And finally, welcome back to Diced Coffee. We're a group of nerds and a goose gather around the internet to give you unsolicited life advice. And maybe somewhere along the line, we play a bit of Dungeons and Dragons. After
At some point.
At some point, we're going to start playing. God-forsaken internet connections have delayed us, but here we are, persevering like we do. So, jumping back into our story. Following the rescue of our mushroom aficionado, Godiva, and the travel to the major kingdom of Castermaine, the group has started an entrepreneurial business of selling mead on the road, trying to connect different farming villages and towns, and starting a bit of commerce, apparently. Moving forward in their travels, on the first of their 3 to 3.5 week journey to Castermaine from Grescia, they have encountered a small livestock village. That was the word I was looking for last week. Livestock. And found the sole pumpkin farmer of the town and decided to help him out because he's had problems with people stealing his pumpkins. A mistake. He's had problems with people stealing his pumpkins overnight, where they had agreed to help him out by keeping watch. After a few broken windows, some cabinets, destroyed memorabilia, the group had realized that there's more than just stolen pumpkins to the problem. As such, they have rightfully and probably wisely decided to leave until two of the members have decided to help out, given the story of the farmer, his family, and what's happened to, well, everything. So, upon discovering about the history of the farmer, his wife, and how she was the only cleric in town for the longest time, 2 years ago, Rolf had made the smart decision of going to the town church to inquire the help of a cleric, which he brought her to the house. And upon confronting the farmer as to why he did not just hire a cleric in the first place, it was revealed that the cleric has been dead for 2 years, and Rolf had been speaking to some form of ghost. And we ended yesterday with him cursing at the decrepit chapel of the town, of the farming village of Severa. So, with that, we pick up on the very morning when bodies were discovered. 5 murders had occurred in town, and some destroyed, let's call it pumpkin corpses, found in back alleys of the homes of the dead. With an enraged Scarlet who has a renewed hatred for midgets, as she pointed it out, a rather sleepy Halvic, a determined Godiva and Mylaela, and a very annoyed and hateful Rolf gathering around town. The rest of the people are now gathering to the central area of the village where they talk about the murders, what's happened, and where to go from here. What do the 4 plus Mylaela of you want to do? Yes.
Before we start, I'd like to greet everyone, by the way. Happy Leif Erikson Day. Inget Hinget Targen. No, it's a legit holiday. It's October 9.
Yep.
It's a legit holiday.
October 9. Yep. That is true.
Happy Leif Erikson Day, people.
Happy
Leif Erikson Day.
So, what would these...
Thank you, Rolf.
What would this band of misfits like to do?
Well...
Go on.
Did we already, eat and stuff? Just
oh no,
making
we're
sure,
picking up right in the morning when the murders happened.
Oh, good God, right.
Townspeople are gathering in the central area of the village to discuss and talk.
Okay. Is there someone who's, talking about these murders? Maybe they could give us info on everything that happened since we were in the barn.
Yeah, all of them are gathered around the center. to talk about what's happened.
I blend into the crowd and listen in on the conversations.
Easy enough. You're the most normal member of this group. Make a
Throwing on
perception check
my
for me.
Surprisingly.
And do this Assassin's Creed style. Sit on a bench or something between two guys while listening in.
Sure, make a perception check. Blending in is not going to be a problem for you.
That is 12 plus 7. That's 19.
19. Okay. A few of the conversations that you hear goes something along the lines of, "Are you sure it wasn't those new people? That red one looks rather murdery." And the other one's just kind of, I thought of that too, but I don't think so. A lot of people saw the red one screaming around in the middle of the night angrily. So if she was doing a murdering, she was doing a pretty bad job of it. But they're the only ones who are new to here. I mean, the old man's pumpkin patch has always been the target of thieves. What's new about that? What's new is that pumpkins are being left where people are dying. And now there's just a back and forth of why an old man who people normally steal pumpkins from now has murdering pumpkins. And there's even a bit of a rumor going around that the pumpkins are taking vengeance for being stolen. Except they're murdering random people. What you do pick up are some, if you spend like 10-15 minutes around here, what you do pick up that's interesting is that the people are all talking about, like there are some old wives' tales, and then there's a few women who are just like, "Oh, wasn't that the old cleric's friend? Yeah, I remember her. And him. She used to help them out. She was the one who helped them when they were sick." And then just kind of rolls from there that everyone who died, the 5 people that died, were all in some way helped by this cleric. From an affliction, from a problem, some form of clerical service was, I don't think clerical is the right word, but some form of healing service was performed by the cleric to them, and now they are dead. But that's about whatever you gather from that time.
Okay. Time to report back. Stealthily report back.
You will have to make a stealth check to leave the crowd and try to get to this group of people.
It's 9
What is that
plus
possible?
People is such a nice word.
9 plus 8. That's
It's a
17.
serious plot.
Yeah, you can kind of blend. You find yourself unable to take the main road because people immediately notice that you're heading to the 4 people that do not fit into this town, with one of them being the red one that seems to have gone on a rampage the other night and prevented people from sleeping. So you kind of take the back alleys and then end up behind them from an alley in the back.
Yeah. I make sure I don't get noticed that I'm with
No
them.
one's gonna see you. The only one who knows you're with them is the farmer. And he barely recognizes you because you've been hiding under a cart the entire time.
Okay, that's pretty good. Alright. 0 presents. Love that.
You make us
Right, so-
sound so suspicious.
You were
So-
I mean,
screaming
we
all
are.
night
You are.
the other night, telling someone to go fuck himself because he wanted some sleep. So, Rolf, you arrive.
Man's got a point.
Alright, so I tell them all the information. Turns out all 5 of those that were killed were actually helped by the old cleric lady. You know, the one who decided to pull a prank on me. The one who decided
Prank
to
is
pull
such
a
a
prank on
light
Rolf.
term.
Yes. Maybe there is clue in the old church, Rolf thinks.
I agree. I actually think we should try to understand what happened during that night that she died. It'll give us an idea on why all of this is happening. Why is the lamp so bright?
Someone
What about
turned down the
couple,
sun.
though?
Hmm.
Didn't she help a couple as well before she died? Are they part of
The
the
old
victim?
couple, surprisingly to Rolf,
Are they
were
alive?
not part of the group that you were kind of moving around scouting about.
Okay,
Should we look for them?
By the way,
how about we split into two? The diplomatic ones could talk to the couple while the searchy, stabby ones could search the church.
Yeah, I think that's me and
Search
Pointing
the
at Halvic.
church.
yeah, and I think we should also. I'm not sure, but the other people that she had helped may be in danger also. So it's good that we would know.
Hey, that's true.
That's
That's
why-
true.
So she might
we
have-
ask Mildred about it. The
She might
pumpkin
have
guy?
records on her old church, actually.
Oh yeah.
Could be.
You know, old papers, names.
Didn't you scream at
initials.
those? Did you find anything?
Well, not really. Rolf
Yeah.
went inside church, not in the best of mindsets.
Yes, of my.
That's fair. That's fair.
putting it very lightly, actually. Hear you all the way across town, you know.
Yeah. Scar. Let's check the church, then go to Mildred after.
Okay, good plan.
They're going to the church where Godiva and Rolf with Mylaela presumably are going.
We're gonna try to talk to the old couple. They're survivors of what happened.
Okay.
Right?
Actually, now that I think about it, Mylaela would probably go with whoever's talking to Mildred, the farmer. Even she's more invested in the wife. So, let's start with the easy one. Godiva and Rolf, you're heading... You know where the house is. Mostly because Rolf saw the haunting vision of that old lady going into a house.
That's really scary.
So, the two of you eventually end up in this quaint little kind of two-story small home that you can imagine would... If you isolated it in the middle of a clearing in the forest, it would look like a nice home in the middle of the forest. It looks like a small cottage.
Oh.
There is a
Okay.
bright pink welcome mat in the front.
Aw.
And
Can I check for possible other entrances?
Oh my god.
make a first investigation if you're actually looking for another entrance.
That is a 10 plus investigation. Fuck. No. Here. Invest 15.
They have the smallest of backyards, which is it's like a 10-foot by 10-foot square. It's just a place for patches of rose bushes, and other kinds of plants and flowers, and just this one tree. There's a back door there, and depending on what you define as an entrance, there are 2 windows on the left and right, and 1 window on either side of the front door. And then, 1 window on either side of the front door, 1 window on either side of the back door, and 2 windows on the left and the right. Those are the most. If you consider windows to be conventional entrances, those are your entrances.
Okay.
That's pretty cute. Why are you
They
doing
have a
this?
small chimney, by the way, that's got some smoke coming out of it, meaning they are
No,
probably in.
not a good
That's so
idea.
cute.
Chimney, never a good idea.
Hey, Santa Claus does that.
Yeah, but like, I don't think Santa wants to visit this murderous town. I'm just saying.
Also, I'm specifically saying there's smoke coming out of the chimney to tell you that there's someone in there, and don't go down the chimney.
Yeah. Alright, that's fair.
So,
Okay, so
you're gonna knock on the front door like a normal person, or you're gonna try something else?
I mean, we're trying to be diplomatic, yes?
You're trying to be diplomatic.
And
Rolf
you're
is
trying to
trying
sneak
to.
it.
Look, Rolf wants to get to the bottom of this truthfully
Uh-huh.
and as quickly as possible because Rolf
That's
wants
true.
money.
That is okay, that's fair. Since when have you wanted money?
Ever since Rolf's life has been spiraling downwards continuously.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, who's the most normal looking one out of us? Because I don't think I
No, it's
look
just
that
the two of
friendly.
you.
Oh,
It's just
Okay, okay,
Rolf.
okay.
Oh, I thought
Between the two of
Mylaela
you-
was here.
Oh no, Mylaela would go with Scarlet and Halvic because they're the ones talking to Mildred.
Okay, okay.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Mildred. Not Mildred.
But between the two of
Wait,
you,
what are the names of the people I'm talking to again?
you don't know.
Oh crap. Right.
It's just an old couple.
Right.
This is pretty fucking sad when the rogue is the most relatable to all of the characters.
I just want to live my life, man.
Tiefling, this place, Castermaine, the region, and the kingdom,
Okay.
is not a racist place. They have a variety of
Okay.
races. You just happen to be in villages that are full of humans. That doesn't mean no one has really treated you differently just because you look like that. It's just that you stand out because everyone here is human. But that doesn't mean that people think, oh, you have horns, you're evil. People haven't
Okay,
treated you any
okay.
differently. They just kind of look at you because it's unusual because everything they see every day is human. But they haven't they're not,
Mm.
you know, that farmer didn't treat you like, oh, you're the devil, get out of my house. So
Whack.
so while Rolf looks like he fits in the most, that's why he could easily kind of blend into a crowd. That doesn't mean that
Okay.
you can't, you know, be approachable. People don't seem to be
Okay.
People are more avoiding you because you're the new guys and the day after you came in, 5 people died.
A bunch of that's
But they're
fair.
not necessarily avoiding you
Man's
because of
got a
how you
point.
look.
Fair. Okay, I'll knock on the door.
Alright?
This is so weird. Should we give them a present first?
to you.
We have at hand a broken sword, a bunch of marbles,
A mug of mead.
a mug of meat. You know what? Yeah, a little bit of mead. Yeah, mead.
Okay. All right. We got a housewarming present. Okay, let's bring is that good
Housewarming
for old
present.
people?
They've been living here for all their lives. It's not housewarming anymore. They didn't just move in.
I'm not a social person. I don't have neighbors. Okay, you know what? Let's
just knock and let's get this over with.
Okay, fine. Let's knock.
Okay, you knock.
Damn it! Why did I make a charismatic character? I can't do this.
There
Okay,
is
go.
an old woman that comes out, kind of wrinkled, white hair, in what can only be described as a long kind of tunic/dress, and a little bit out of fashion, with her hair in a bun. Just kind of looking at you, she stands maybe a full foot shorter than you, given her hunch. Just kind of, yes, dear.
Hello, madam. Is it morning? Good morning. Would it be fine if we try to talk to you about something we think you could help us with? Wait, is Rolf even with me? I'm saying we, or am I alone?
Yeah,
Technically alone.
Yeah, it's a we.
Okay,
It's a
Rolf
we
is there.
this time.
Okay.
Because I was about
Yeah.
to look, I was about to say she looks and there's no one next to you. It's like, who's we,
There's-
dear?
Me and my goose, ma'am.
She just looks at you and says, I don't see a problem with that. Come in, dearie.
Thank
Walks
you,
in.
thank you.
My
Lovely
husband
house.
is just attending to my flowers. Please come in.
Is she
All
being
right.
forthright?
Make
Oh
an
my
insight
god.
check.
Oh my god.
Is she
Old
really just
lady.
tending to her flowers?
You can make an insight check, but I will also say that with your vision, you can see an old man watering flowers outside from one of the windows.
Yes, but are they tending to
They
flowers or are those murdered bodies? We need to find out.
Okay,
Are they
make an insight.
really tending flowers? That's a 5.
The
Yeah.
secret body farm. Secret
You know
body
what,
farm.
Rolf? You can't help but feel like there might be a body farm behind those, because the window is placed suspiciously above that you can't actually see the flowers from the window outside.
You're gonna see an arm sticking out at some point. Body
Oh,
farm.
that's mushroom.
Rolf has questions, but
Right.
they're for
Um,
later.
You guys sit down and you see that she takes a picture of some yellow liquid, you think it's lemonade, and puts some sugar in it, pours 3 glasses, takes a drink, and then hands you the 2 of them. What can I help you with, dears?
Why don't you drink first,
She
Tea is
did.
lovely.
She drank.
Madam?
She drank one before
I
she
was
handed it
already
to you.
drinking as well the moment you were saying that.
She drank one before
Oh,
you when. She drank one before she gave it to you guys. What can I
Okay.
help you with, dear?
Rolf, so sus. Alright, ma'am, I'm not sure if you were able to hear about the news going on in the town. Is this a town?
Village.
A village.
Town or
The
village?
village?
Just. Yes, dear. I heard gruesome murders. We decided to lock ourselves in. We're not entirely sure what's happening.
Yeah, actually, we've been trying to look into that too. We have reason to think, I suppose, that it might be connected to the old cleric that has been running the temple a couple of years ago, if you remember that.
Mylaela? He was such a sweetheart. I can't imagine she'd. Are you. She starts to kind of stutter with this sort of. You know how if you ask someone about about a friend who died and they just kind of lose words? You get that feeling off of her.
Can I
Oh,
roll
no,
for
no.
insight if this is legit?
Yes. She just
Oh.
she looks at
Anyway,
you, like, but she does tell you that I
Oi! This time it's an 18.
hold on. Let me finish and then I'll tell you what she is saying.
Okay.
She just looks at you and says, she was such a sweet girl. She helped me a lot and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And what happened to her was a shame. He just points to a like a table, like a small table that's leaned against the wall, and you find that there is a symbol there, and it's the same symbol that you saw over the church. And she just kind of puts that there, and you realize that this is the same symbol that Mylaela, the cleric, carried, and a few flowers there that are some are rotting, some are new. So it's sort of like a dedicated prayer or shrine for a friend. For Rolf's insight, he's fairly forthright with regards to her relationship with her, and she genuinely looks hurt to even hear her name again. But she does continue and just kind of, don't you think that she's been dead for 2 years,
no.
dear? You couldn't have done
It's not
this.
that we think she did it, ma'am. I'm sorry if if I made it sound like we think she did it, but it's more in the lines of somebody or something out there who has something against her, maybe because she's a cleric and something
dear.
spoopy happened.
Lara was such a beautiful young woman. She had such a good heart. The only ones who would have anything against her are those things that she fought off. This place.
Interesting.
This place has had a bit of problems with strange illnesses, and we've had a few medical practitioners come in, physicians, and we couldn't figure out what was going on until Lara and her husband Mildred came by about 5 or so years ago. She was helping people with her magics that we didn't understand, but she did help us, and she and her husband stayed ever since. And for the next 3 years after that, she was healing people and helping them, and she always had this problem of feeling guilty, like she was causing more harm, because the more people that she helped, it seemed like the worse things became. She spoke of possessions and violent spirits, and she didn't understand where they were coming from. But she didn't want to leave us. She also wasn't sure how to give us a more permanent solution. There was a violent spirit in our house that caused me this. And she kind of takes down a bit of her tunic, and you see this large gash across her, like right below her collarbone. It looks like it would have been
damn.
severely deep.
That is metal.
Maybe this was self-inflicted. To
Oh
make
my
it
god.
More believable.
How about you just make an insight check when she's done conversing with everything? If you're gonna check
because
everything.
you keep checking everything she does. Isn't that right?
The goose looks
He
sad.
does think she has a body farm.
True. Go ahead, make an insight check. Why not?
Okay. Anyway, well,
I would too.
dang.
That is a 9 plus side 12.
12 total.
12.
No. Given her age and how frail she looks, if she tried to do that herself, she'd probably pass out before she could even get the knife that deep. Her hands don't look that steady either when she's kind of serving you the things. She's kind of shaking a bit, so she doesn't have that good of a grip either.
She's a good actress, what she is. She's almost convincing Rolf.
Almost.
I just want to say, if your suspicion is true, I'm gonna hate Nigel for it.
That's true. If she does have a body farm,
I'm gonna hate Nigel
Yeah.
for it.
She looks at you, Godiva, and just kind of, oh dear. You know, when she died, there were less and less cases of things happening. But they were still there. Some people resorted to blaming her for all the cases, but I think she was just there at the right time. But she's gone now. Nobody even took care of the small temple that she had made. I tried to take care of
I
things
look at
there.
Rolf at the mention of that.
There was
Rolf
even a young
regrets
man
nothing.
screaming at the temple for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with people these days.
Ma'am, we don't know either. And we don't mean disrespect on the memory of your friend. And actually, we have been talking to her husband, and we're trying to help him out with some of his concerns with his farm. And we think that you've mentioned that there were possessions happening around this town. We're beginning to think as well that that's the reason why these killings have happened. And why we're here right now to ask you,
You don't
maybe how, Mylaela?
You don't think it's the Roslin boys, do you? They're just young teenagers.
Whomst?
The Roslin
I'm sorry,
twins.
You know, the boys, the farmer said, you know, he was probably suspecting them stealing his pumpkins, the Roston boys.
I might have been lagging that time.
No, you didn't.
Can
say
you
that.
remind me?
The Roslin twins, Jonas and Noah. They're just 13-year-olds. They like to take his pumpkins at night. And he could never prove anything, but everyone knows it's them taking it. But you know, they're not murderers. They're 13.
13-year-old kids, pretty sus.
I mean, you could just talk to them if you want. They are guilty of stealing his pumpkins a lot, but I don't think they're going to kill people.
Alright.
Now she's
We'll-
subtly
We'll
redirecting
try to
suspicion.
talk. Oh my god. Rolf.
She's
Anyway, ma'am, we'll try to talk to the Ralston twins. You know, maybe they've seen anything that might be helpful. And I know that you're pretty close with Millar, and it might be painful for you to talk about this. But we ask how she had come to pass, if you remember.
Takes a small kind of napkin, wipe a tear. It was my fault. I told you that there was something in my house. It was a violent spirit. Angry. Lara had found something buried in our house. Underground.
Bodies.
No longer a body, but it was some form of... I don't know. She put it back in her church. It was a kind of staff of some sort. Kept it in the vault that she made for under her church, but
PTSD staff.
the staff was... It said that there was an angry spirit or vengeful entity that still the staff belonged to, and its power gave it a physical form. And it attacked me and my husband at night. And we asked for her help, and she said that she was going to lock it away. But she said that she wasn't strong enough to completely destroy it. And she never said anything. She always lied when we asked how bad it was, but I know it was bad. She got hurt that night when she got rid of the spirit from our house. She got injured for a bit. And a few days later she was fine, but a month passed and she fell ill and she never got better. During that month she did nothing but study the staff. I told her to let it go. I told her to just throw it into the forest, but she didn't want it. She didn't want it hurting anyone else. She was wondering why she couldn't dispel it, why she couldn't do anything to it. Told her it wasn't her problem, but she kept doing it anyway.
I nudge boss. She helped them out. That's not a good sign, is it?
I mean... Damn.
Inform
Right
the
now, I'm
others.
just...
Inform the
Yeah,
others.
but-
Rolf will stay behind.
I don't-
Quietly.
Yeah, I don't feel safe thinking that she would be alone here. I think that
But then
whatever
again,
they
she's
try to...
but then again, she's got her beefcake of a husband outside right now working the field. Old guy.
Okay.
Gardening
Good
flowers.
God.
The husband actually does eventually come in. He's just carrying like this. What do you call that sort of wooden tool with this L bend and that flat metal surface?
The hoe.
He's got
hoe?
he's got the hoe in hand.
Hoes in the
I'm not even
house.
gonna comment.
But he is carrying, in all seriousness, he is carrying a farming implement as he walks
Okay.
in. He just kind of puts it down, takes off his
Alright.
farming boots. And now that the door is open, you do see a rose garden outside. A well-made one too.
Wow, would you look at that?
Um,
What a beautiful garden. Lovely.
Oh, thank you, dear. The husband just walks in. What's happening here? No. You didn't tell me we had guests. Sorry. He just kind of extends his hand. And then
Take it.
he says, Andris. Her name's Andris. And, how might I and my wife help you? Oh, they're just asking about
Hello, Sir
Millar, dear.
Agnes.
Ah. And then he looks at the shrine and says, might I ask, does this have anything to do with the murders?
Yes.
Can-
We have reason to
Millar-
believe that whatever's been haunting the farms has
Haunting?
a connection with everything.
There's been a haunting again? There hasn't been a
I look
haunting
at
since
Rolf and-
Millara. He looks at the shrine.
I look at
with a
Rolf and try to
confused look on his face.
see if he wants to say that we have literally seen
Rolf will be
the
blunt.
lady.
Weird things have happened, and Rolf cannot completely explain everything 100%. In fact, Rolf has had a brief lapse of sanity, as you may call it.
Because
And,
he tried to explain.
Yes,
Rolf
you seem to be
thinks-
referring to yourself in third person, but go on.
Yes. Thing is, a lot of the victims were actually helped out by, what's her name again?
Melara.
Melara. There, Melara. They were all people helped out by Melara. Now, by looking at the pattern, Rolf thinks you and Lady might be in danger. Might be.
They just kind of look at each other. And you say that this is something to do with hauntings. There hasn't been a haunting in this village for 2 years since Melara's passing.
And yet here we are, sir.
He just kind of goes up to the shrine. It was easier when you were still here.
So, for everyone's safety, Rolf elects to stay behind. Keep an eye on both of you. Don't worry, it'll be like Rolf isn't even here. Stealth.
That's
You
worse.
cannot stealth while you're talking. Can you do that?
Just blend in. No.
He's just
You-
running around.
you're gonna need-
outside, where
you're
he's
gonna need
close his
a-
eyes in the
You're gonna need
corner.
at least some cover of shadow, but you're currently sitting down in the living room. So,
He hid inside the
I'm
vase.
gonna hide
Okay.
under the cupboards or something. There is
make a stealth
definitely
check as soon as
shadow.
you're done talking. It's gonna be really high, but let's see.
I'm done.
You're a rogue anyway.
So, Rolf elects that he stays behind. Keep an eye on both of you for the night, just in case. But then again, the last time that Wolf did things alone, he was branded as insane. But then again,
This time you're gonna be branded as a murderer because you're the only one inside the house.
If they die.
Yep.
Rolf is now thinking of the implication and consequences.
Please don't let them
Meanwhile, Godiva,
die. Yes.
one of them just kind of looks at you and says, Andres, the husband, just, dear, that bloody staff again, isn't it? I don't know that for sure. We told her to get rid of it. We told her to throw it out. It's not her problem, but she just... People with good hearts can be very stubborn sometimes.
That's a nice quote, by the way.
Look,
I mean, it's true.
Write it down.
if you're looking into her and things that she's done, no one's really been to the church in a while. She might have some documents there. We tried to keep it together, but over time, we got too tired, and nobody really cared enough to help us out. So,
Way ahead of you. We already have people raiding.
What? Right.
Do not say read.
I mean, investigating the
don't just look
place.
at each other.
Honk just bites
You
Rolf right
are-
now.
You are. I would just ask that you please do not defile the last memory of her that this village has. And
Of course, sir.
We promise we will keep everything relatively not destroyed. Relatively.
I just look at Rolf to just
if you require any assistance, you let us know. But for now, we would prefer to remain behind closed doors given all the murders, so you will know where to find us at least.
Could you? Do you have a
We at least
basement
offer
or
some
something?
protection for you.
Basement. No. Mylaela 2 years ago opened a part of our floor to dig downwards and found where she found the staff, but we've closed it since then.
Sorry, staff. Is it? Would you happen to know where? Is it still in the?
The staff that you were talking about
place.
earlier, it's in the church. Last time Mylaela was
There.
alive.
Okay.
That
okay.
name.
Unless someone stole it,
Thanks,
it would still
thanks.
be there.
Okay.
Good God. Okay. Thanks.
Would you be okay if Rolf stays behind and decides to protect you? Free of charge, of course.
Make a charisma check. Persuasion.
Persuasion. Free of
Persuasion.
charge.
I also
That's
tried
a
to help
persuasion. That's a
persuade.
persuasion.
I'm pretty much sure that's intimidation, by the way.
It's not intimidating.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to mafia protect them.
see.
This is regular protect.
Yeah, but
I'm
then this
going
is all a dream simulation. We're still in Call of Cthulhu.
I'm not going. Oh, just believe in me and I'll protect you. Nothing's gonna
Oh my
hurt you,
God,
promise.
this is just like the last time you made me protect the mayor. Anyway,
So
Rolf,
that's
what did you get?
9
How did
plus
you
2,
roll?
11. 11. That's
Okay.
Given that given everything you just said about the church, you just kind of look at you and say, "We'll be fine. Thank you. You're free
Okay.
to stay outside if you want to watch the house, I suppose."
I'll be staying by your roof.
Odd, but okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, so I think since Rolf's gonna stay here, I'm gonna have to head back to
Everyone
the
else.
church as well.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I also thank them for the tea. It was lovely. Love the aroma. And yeah, for their hospitality, thank you.
Okay. So before I go to guard stands, I asked them, do they have a bell or something?
They just take one of the
That would be
kind of
convenient.
bells and yes.
If I ring it, find the closet, lock the doors, board the windows.
They just kind of look. Sure. They had you a fairly loud bell.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Okay.
There is a
God.
sort of crisscross kind of wooden pattern with vines that you can climb up to the roof.
And you can hear the bell ringing while you climb.
You can hear
No, I'm
you
just
can hear the old woman just saying, "Honey, does that mean we need to lock the doors yet?"
No, not yet. Not yet.
No,
Not
dear.
yet.
No, dear. He's just climbing
my
to
God.
one roof.
Okay. So yeah, I tell Roof, I tell the boss lady, tell them what you've learned. Also, come back for me by the morning.
Of course.
If I survive.
Hey, should I leave the goose with you? Should I leave the goose with you?
No.
Would you like to take care of your brother?
The goose is just honk, honk, honk,
No,
honk,
no,
honk,
no,
Okay.
honk.
no.
Okay, fine, it's good, I won't.
Plus I have Ed Boy with me. Oh yeah, I have Ed Boy.
You forget.
This rat, this starving rat that's in your pocket.
He's not
Have you
starving.
been feeding him?
He's not starving.
You
He's
don't
probably
feed him
yeah. I
or
feed
eat
him. He gets crackers. Just slip it in the pocket.
Alright, okay, whatever. I'm
It's
leaving.
more than
So,
Rolf.
you guys,
He eats more.
it's more than
All right, Ed Boy. Make sure you roam around the house. If you sense anything, come back to me.
he just kind of and starts moving into the cracks.
This is so scary.
He's probably not coming.
So, you just hear the wife saying, you just hear the wife saying, "Ah, a mouse!"
Fucking noises from a broom.
The ghosts haven't appeared yet, and Rolf is already terrorizing these old ladies. No, dude.
So Godiva, you make your way back to the church.
Yeah.
While that mess was happening,
Oh my god.
Scarlet and Halvic with Mylaela tagging along, you find yourselves in front of this decrepit chapel It's made of wood, like a log cabin style, so you kind of get the feeling that it was made manually without machine tools, much like the rest of this village.
Okay.
It's decrepit in the sense that there is moss and this sort of even some fungus growing on the wood. It started to mold up because no one's taking care of it. The rain and the elements have gone into it. On the inside,
There are
it
mushrooms.
is... Yes. We're not there yet. This is happening while you guys are in the house. When you guys... Sorry, my first question is, do you guys walk into the chapel? Okay.
Yeah.
Entering in, there's still a lot of light. Because this chapel relied on some natural light. As such, part of the roof has this sort of glass pane where the light can come in. The windows are still coming in with a lot of light. So it is still well lit. There are grass and mold on the wooden pews, the different parts of it. The statues are no longer being taken care of. As you walk forward, this place has clearly seen maybe some action from a few misfits. There are some kind of jimmied open windows. Kind of, you can tell that the hinges have been broken off, like someone just kind of made their way in. Never bothered to close the window behind them. Some things look like they've been broken. If you leave like a wooden thing alone for a while, and then someone sits on it and it breaks accidentally, it's sort of like that. Doesn't look like any fighting has happened here, but definitely some people have come in here maybe looking for a thrill or some sort of ghost hunting expedition. But as you enter the chapel, or this sort of decrepit temple, I need to stop using the word chapel. As you enter here, what would you like to do first?
Okay. I mean, is there an altar or something, or
There
just
is.
libraries
There
and
is.
things?
There is a small altar, a statue kind of made of wood, but it's sort of rotten already. No one's taking care of it, and a few scrolls in the back, and a door on the right that's sort of
Okay.
it's sort of just swinging open from the wind, but it's
Yeah. Scar, I think. I'm gonna check about those scrolls. Can I reach it?
not all of them. Like 4 feet,
Okay.
which means your hand is like 1.5 feet, so no, not all of
Yeah.
them.
Scar, can you help me? Let's check on the scrolls. Maybe there's our list of patients there before we ask.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I want to see.
If you're all you're gonna do is go through the scrolls, that's gonna take up the entire time until Godiva gets there.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
leave the scrolls to Halvic, but I will walk around.
yeah. I
Or
mean,
go to
she
sleep
can.
for-
You grab a bunch of scrolls. Halvic can make an investigation check. Scarlet, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look for any recent tracks that aren't Rolf's. Raging footmarks.
Make a survival check. I'm not sure if your Outlander helps with that at all, but
I don't think so. But I do have proficiency in survival because of it. That's a dirty 20.
Mine is 19, by the way.
and yours takes longer than hers. So, in that order, as you're kind of reading through all the scrolls, Scarlet, you move around. There's been some foot traffic, but it's small in size and not like halfling or gnome small, like child-sized small. So some kids have been here. In and
Do
out.
I see where it leads? Oh,
Oh yeah. You kind of see muddy footprints, disturbed grass and foliage heading towards the back door. The back door itself
follow
looking
it?
like it's been forced open rather than unlocked. Because the hinge, the knob and the locks have been kind of broken wood, so it's just swinging there. Are you going
I'm
in?
following it.
Easy
Wait,
enough.
can I listen first if I hear anyone inside?
Make a perception check.
Good dice. That's a 15.
Empty. You can hear the echoing of the wind coming from the probably a few windows that were open. When you kind of go through inside, the first thing that you find is a sort of office desk-like structure with a few scattered notes. Clearly, you know, if you go into a place abandoned looking for something, you just kind of rummage through, like you're looking for something valuable. That's sort of scattered everywhere.
Oof.
Rain has gotten here, so a lot of them have been destroyed by the elements. The water has gotten here. It's been flooded multiple times. So this place has not been taken care of, and a lot of the notes have been destroyed. By the way, it's a hallway there. That's on your left. Moving further down the hallway, some footsteps did go in there. And that's how you guess that they scattered a bunch of things. Further down the hallway, to the right, there's a door that is sort of like a storage area. There are a variety of things in there. There is one sort of really small ruby in the shape of a hexagonal object, meaning six-faced, six-sided object. There is a strange-looking ivory tusk-like thing, or sort of like an ivory elephant tusk, sort of. There is a stitched up brown cloth doll in the vague shape of a human, sort of.
That's really scary.
Just
Like
the
a
outline
voodoo?
of a human. Yes, like a voodoo doll.
Oh.
It's behind this glass case. It's about
Try
this
giving it a
tall.
hug.
It's like,
No.
what is this? Like 4 inches tall, give or take. Just a small little doll thing. About that, yeah, about this size.
Like the
Um,
gingerbread man.
Yes,
Mhm.
but a little bigger, and not a cookie, but around that shape, like the circle, and then just the two stubs for hands. There is curiously a thin bladed object somewhere behind a bunch of wood and piles. You're not sure what it is. This is just from you looking, by the way. This isn't from you actively going in and rummaging. So you see
Oh,
some
yeah,
sort
I
of
gotcha.
bladed object, kind of buried beneath broken wood and destroyed kind of debris. When you look up, there is a broken part of the roof, caved in. Doesn't look like an attack, more like just wear and tear in the natural elements. Probably hit by lightning at some point, or just kind of smashed through. But there's a bunch of things under that debris. You also find a wooden, what looks like a puzzle box. It's a cube puzzle box. You've seen some of those before. Children usually play with them. But yeah, it's a puzzle box. Beyond this room, if you're not going to rummage through each item individually, going through, there's one last room towards the end of the hallway, that one door that's also been opened up. That door has multiple glass cases on top of pedestals that have been smashed. One of them looks like an elongated table. So it looks like it was meant to hold something that was longer than the rest of the others. The other things, while it's been smashed, by the way, the different things, you do find the items on the ground. There is a skull. It looks like a human skull. There is a plastic kind of, or feels like it's made of plastic or some form of resin. It looks like a carving. Statued carving. You don't recognize who it is, but it's a human of some sort. There's a children's toy. It's a small kind of it's like a tennis ball. It just that looks like it could bounce around. It's a common children's toy. And then there's that sort of wooden handle. Imagine a wooden handle, this sort of drum-like object, and these two balls on strings that you just kind of there. And
Karate Kid style.
yeah, like
I like
Karate Kid
that
thing.
one.
So it's like a
Yeah,
children's
it's like
toy.
that drum thing.
Yeah, like that drum thing that you just and there is what you think, or what you unmistakably see as a shield.
Okay.
And then the only thing that's missing is that elongated pedestal does not have that one, whatever it was. The others are kind of there. Imagine if someone smashed it, looked at it, saw it was boring, dropped it, move on to the next. So that's what it looks like for the rest of it. But that thing, whatever that thing with the longer table is, it's not there anymore. At
Oh,
this
no.
point,
Can I
Yeah?
roll insight? The
On.
mere fact that kids went here to try to look or steal something, and yet they left a ruby stone untouched. Do I sense
Fucking
anything
shield.
from that? Do I sense
an
might be
anything odd
heavy.
from these things?
Well, actually, it's not so much insight as it is what do you think you sense?
So meta. Okay, like how Scarlet would understand this? I'm
Or
going
how
to go
you
back
as a
to
player
Halvic.
too?
Yeah.
Like what do you make sense of it? That's pretty much it.
Can I approach the ruby stone? I won't touch it. I'm just gonna approach it. Is it inside a glass cage?
No, that was in the previous room. That was in the glass cage.
Do I see foot tracks leading to the stone?
Yep, there are foot tracks on this floor.
Did anything odd happen to the foot tracks, or it's just like stopped there and then left?
Kind of walks in, messes around a bit, and then leaves. By messes around, I mean the tracks kind of go around the room looking at things.
Okay. No, actively taking it. Yeah, I'm gonna just. Can I just look at it up close? I'm not gonna touch it, just gonna look at it up close to see if there's anything odd, a rune or language on that stone.
The stone has the stone has a very specific rune that's not that hard to see once you kind of look at it closer. There's one rune on the face of it that's facing, if it's standing around, it's facing you as you look at it. The rune. I was about to ask if you speak primordial, but obviously you do.
I do.
It speaks the very specific dialect of primordial that you do. It is the primordial rune for flame.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
It's an Ignan, the dialect that's specific to the Fire Genasi and to the Fire Realm. Cinder.
I'm going to go back.
Okay.
To Halvic.
While you were doing all of that,
Get him the toy.
No, I'm not gonna touch any of that.
While you were doing all of that, Halvic was reading through scrolls. Most of them are healing spells. So if it matters to anyone, what you add is 3 scrolls of cure wounds and 1 scroll of lesser restoration. And
How does that work?
when you use a scroll, the scroll disappears, but you can kind of cast the spell without using a spell slot.
Oh,
If-
okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you.
If you are
Thank you,
able
thank
to use the scroll,
Yeah. You need to have that level.
you'd have to be a divine caster to use divine scrolls. Although, given that you are a celestial warlock, I'd also say that you'd be allowed to use it. I'd rule that, given that you are a celestial warlock. But aside from those scrolls, Halvic, the other things that you find on the scrolls, not records, but research material. It seems that the last, or whatever she was researching, had something to do with the history of the Castermaine region in itself. This, as a reminder, is a region that was built by magic. This is a place that was built from the ground up during an age where people did not rely on science and technology. They relied on magic for everything. So the land, the ground, the soil, the crops, the buildings, and everything were all built from the ground up using magical means. There's no technology to it. There's no science to it. As such, she looks like she was researching the background of the region, and it seems... actually, make an insight check while reading all of this.
Is 9.
9. It takes you a long time, and you're not entirely sure what all this means, but she was heavily concerned with looking at the background of the land, how much magical power comes from the land, and what this land, what might someone be able to do with the land should they harvest that power. Because this entire land is essentially raw magic waiting to be used by someone.
Is it the whole region?
The entire island of...
We're
could-
in danger.
The entire island between Castermaine and Rain, that entire island is made of magic. Made
Oh yeah,
by magic. So it is the whole, both the regions.
okay. Oh.
It is the magic capital of the world, but it's also it's pure raw arcana that's kind of building this place. Or that
Nigel,
this place is built by.
Just a quick question. Can I, since my mother is a cleric of fear also, and I'm pretty much sure she would have given me some stories or some sort, would I know, using a history check, how would clerics of fear react for ghost exorcism and stuff?
Religion.
Oh, religion. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna make that check also. Religion. Which is Halvic's very good at religion. 17.
There are a variety of types of ghosts. One of them are spirits that have kind of been anchored by the magic the arcane weave that surrounds the world. It's sort of anchored here. That usually happens when the person who died traditionally has something that they deeply regret that they didn't want to die without doing. The other is similar, except it's not the spirit of the person. The soul isn't trapped here. It is a memory or some form of projection of their thoughts and memories or emotions that has been left behind. So a very powerful emotion that was drawn out of the person who died and given this sort of not spiritual but spectral form given to it by magic that's left it behind. The first one is normally resolved, as you might know, by violently with exercising the place using clerical magics. And the second way is to aid it or figure out what it might have left behind that it needs fixing. The second type, the one that's just raw emotion, that needs to be... There is no other way to get rid of it. You'd have to exert a lot of magical effort to remove it. That has to be an exorcism. But the clerics of Tyr and every other god for that matter that cares about this sort of thing, it's up to the cleric. Whatever they believe is the right thing to do given the scenario, because it might be harsh to expel the spirit, but either way it gets its rest in the afterlife. Okay. Spirits can also be caused if the person knows that they are going to a very bad place and clings on strong enough with sheer force of will to stay behind, and they were powerful enough to do so when they were alive. So technically speaking, a lot of the spirits that stay behind that actively avoid getting exercised are the ones who were powerful enough to stay behind when they were alive.
Okay.
So we gotta politely make them leave.
At this point, Scarlet returns.
But I'm just whispering. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I'm just gonna close my eyes. My mom is a cleric of tier 2. We would like to help. I mean, I saw you with Rolf earlier.
I hear this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just closing my eyes, whispering something like that. Nothing happened. Oh.
Scarlet.
Halvic, are you talking to ghosts?
Well, we did saw her. And Rolf say she was from here. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know about ghosts. I mean, maybe we did see it. Maybe we're all hallucinating because of lack of sleep. But I did find something weird inside Teri's room.
Oh.
Didn't want to touch it because it might be something weird. Because if you're going to steal something, you would think that they would steal the valuables.
And I mean, did it give you the creeps when you saw them? We're talking about ghosts. Right?
I mean, I think we've seen worse, really. The contortionists are still freaking me out, but, well, ghosts is one thing. Just, you're the one who's good with items. Can you look at them?
Godiva?
Assess them or whatever?
Yeah.
You
Am I there yet?
eventually you
I'm there.
arrive as they're talking, and
Okay.
you were going to approach, but you see
Yes.
one of the wooden pews growing these odd-looking red mushrooms.
Okay. Okay. Well, I recognize them. Like, I don't know,
Make a
nature
nature
or something.
check.
Is it nature?
Nature.
Okay.
At that point,
Nice.
Scarlet
Is
and
that the
Halvic,
only, like...
Scarlet and Halvic, you see Godiva, who was about to approach you, turn left 90 degrees, going into a wooden pew that has these odd red mushrooms on it.
Well, she
Yeah, we
has
see the mushroom and we see
gotta-
Godiva.
I got
Makes
a
sense.
20.
she
I
has
got
a
a
shorter
23.
attention span than me.
She's just addicted to mushrooms.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Their voices are
wouldn't see that.
echoing, but you don't hear it right now. But
Okay.
you
I-
look at the mushrooms, and you do recognize this. Let's call it breed, except it's mutated a bit. Probably by the
Interesting.
magic that runs through the area.
Okay.
These were primarily called, at least where you're from, torches. They were kind of called torches because they're highly flammable, and they normally emit a level of heat to them. They are used as spices when you kind of grind them up and then put them around. It gives a nice, very heated spice to it. The torches thing is a nickname, by the way. But they're heavily mutated in the sense that, yeah,
They're
they
emitting
normally
heat right now, are they?
they're emitting a lot of heat. That's enough to burn this place. Just give it a little more. Like if you dropped a piece of wood on it. Also, torches don't normally bloom or grow on wood. They need damp, dry soil. So the fact that this kind of thing is growing from the moss on this wood kind of is a testament to the magic that just surrounds the area that you're in. It's also more potent, is what I'm saying. Highly flammable.
Interesting. Is there a lot growing there, or is that the only patch that I see?
There's just this one. No, actually, there's a lot of them, but not in the church. Kind of outside.
Oh, it's outside.
If you kind of
oh,
look-
okay.
No. You find this one inside, but the moment you start looking around, you look out the window. There's a few of them outside.
Because I'm a bit concerned, like, with the debris going around, and then it might trigger fire. So, can I harvest that? Can I put it in my bag? Is that worse? Do I know if that will be worse?
How many things are flammable in your bag, other than the bag itself?
Checks my bag. I have a
Actually,
kazoo.
you have
Is the
a
goose
goose.
flammable?
Of course it is.
No.
If you have,
No, it's not.
you did get 20 in nature. I'll say that you can know how to harvest it properly to kind of keep it away from
Okay.
oxygen so it doesn't burn. By flammable, I'm not saying that it's an over exaggeration to say that you drop something flammable on it burns. Think of it more like thermite.
Okay.
That one spark is
Okay.
all you need to start off a blaze. That
Right.
small
It
spark.
Oh
needs
my
a
god, we
reactive
didn't start the
agent.
fire.
But
Alright,
it
cool.
alone,
Reactive agent.
you keep it. Torch. You know what? You remember how to add items? Just add in a torch
Yeah,
room.
I'm doing it right now.
Torch room. Wow.
Torch room. Let's just call it that.
Thank you.
Because I know. Because
How many do I get?
Save it, we can
Can
make
I get as
spicy
much
as I can?
chipotle later.
nine.
okay.
Nine is everything
Okay.
around, and you guys spend the next 2 minutes as you're discussing, looking at Godiva harvesting mushrooms.
And
But you guys can
hey,
keep discussing.
Godiva. Godiva.
Hello.
Are you done with the mushroom hunting?
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah. I'm good. I have something important to say actually. Right.
Where's
So
Rolf?
we gathered. Rolf is protecting
Somewhere?
people, sneaking around.
okay.
He's back.
Brett.
He's back with the old people. Anyway, do you guys want to hear what I have to say first, or because I think you guys were in the middle of a conversation?
No, we're
No, we're
talking
just
about
talking
you.
about you.
All
And
right.
your short
Okay.
attention span.
Yep.
That
The
was
honk-
not short attention span.
Behind Halvic, suddenly Honk is just honk, as if you felt that you insulted her.
No.
Poor BB. Okay.
And just
Anyway, so we managed to talk to the old couple that what's her name?
Mylaela.
That Millar had helped out the ghost wife, and
Mylaela.
it confirmed our suspicions that there is a violent spirit roaming around. I don't know how many they are, but basically the cleric has been going around helping people, healing them, and I just want to know if you guys managed to find a staff or something, because this was the last thing that she needed to, destroy, I suppose, because there was this really malevolent spirit in the old people's house.
Where's
And
it supposed to be
and
hidden?
it cost her death.
Yeah. Where is it?
It should be somewhere here. Maybe there could have been an altar where it's hidden, or since
Well,
I have
the thing
religion though.
is, I did see a lot of shit there, but there's a case that might house a staff, but it's empty.
Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scar wants me to investigate that storage, but I'm afraid that everything there is cursed. You want to
I'm cursed,
investigate
Halvic,
it?
and I'm traveling with you.
No, it's more of a ghost type of curse. Meta level like the Conjuring Warren House type of thing.
Annabelle.
At that point, Mylaela's just gonna ask, I thought you didn't believe in
It
ghosts.
was from the stage play.
The stage play.
The Conjuring F.
Have you heard the ballad of the Conjuring?
The Ballad of the
Of course,
Conjuring.
everybody
The Ballad of
has.
the Conjuring.
I hated it.
The doll
Created
of
by-
Annabella.
Created by
yeah.
James II the Third.
But
Whack.
I do believe in ghosts because we have encountered some ghosts moaning in the cave. And we have encountered a ghost lady who knows a lot of things about ghosts. Right? Last time. I do believe in them.
Yeah. Well, let's say
Interesting.
that ghosts really are real, and what are we
I think
supposed
at this
to
point
do?
we all know they're real.
They're real. Yeah, I mean, they are real. Okay. So, are we going to leave those items behind?
Maybe ask Milder? Milder. Yeah,
I
maybe
suppose it is worth
shouldn't-
asking.
ask Milder
Shouldn't
about it.
we-
I'm not sure about taking things out of this.
Yeah, I don't think that would be very respectful.
Yeah.
Although based on Scarlet's observation, someone already has.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of people who already go in and out. I'm just wondering why they didn't take the items.
Maybe
fine.
something took them.
Let's go.
Nah, they got out. I can see tracks of them leaving.
Are there
Okay, damn.
anything like
Oh, sorry.
those-
Were you able to notice if they were children's footprints or something?
They are
Or little
actually
people?
really small.
Yeah, because the old couple, they told me that, well, is the Roslyn twins something? I don't know, maybe they took it, or they're pretty sus, how children
Oh.
can be.
they are the ones who've been
Or they
mean,
might
with the-
know something. They've been going around. It's
Yeah.
useful to talk to them.
Do you know
no.
where they are?
Yeah.
You know the house. The
No.
old lady pointed to the house.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
yes. Yes. Vaguely pointed the direction.
We're gonna interrogate teenagers now?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we could have Scarlet do it. Like, she's just gonna show up and I'd cry.
Hey, I've been very nice to you since we were traveling, you know.
I'm just saying,
Very
if I were a
nice.
human child.
Oh yeah, I made a lot of them cry before. That was funny.
Good to know. Right, but yeah,
I mean,
think we
if
could take
you-
the items.
No, I don't want to. I'm afraid. You can if you want, but I'll be running away from the church before you do it. If it's okay.
I can accompany if you're curious.
Yeah.
One seems primordial.
You can check it,
Interesting.
but I'll go.
Okay.
If you're gonna take it, just tell me, then I'll run away from the church.
Okay. I want to check it out though.
My,
And
Yeah.
although, just want to. What?
my latest is gonna point out. You know, the three of us dive, and you'll have to travel alone with Rolf from now on.
That's true.
And your goose.
Don't know.
I don't think this goose will survive if we all die inside that room.
Rolf sneezes somewhere.
I-
Somebody said something insulting just now.
I feel insulted, but I don't know why.
Oh no! All in the day's
I feel
work.
like I'm gonna punish someone, but I don't know why.
Mhm.
Okay, you're right. It might not be good to. Okay, the last time I tried to do something, got kidnapped. So okay, yeah, we just need to find the staff though. Want to talk to some kids?
Maybe the husband first.
Okay.
Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna go give the room a check to see if I can see the kids' footsteps near the case. I mean, there might be other tracks there left behind, so
You
give
find.
a check.
Make a survival check for him. Another one.
By the way,
Yeah,
Nigel, can I see other bookcase or something like where journals can be?
Unless you go to the back where Scarlet came from, where there's an officer.
Oh, there is. Yeah, maybe you
There
can.
is.
Okay, Nigel, can I also check? Since I'm not sure if this counts, but since I have proficiency in religion, I might know how these stuff are usually built and where stuff are hidden and stuff. I don't
Religion
know.
check. Investigation for help.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Scarlet, what did you get?
9. 9.
Where's the religion check?
You kind
What's
of look to
these?
the ground and you lose track of the prints at that point.
Plus.
But
Ugh.
at the very least, you can tell that it
Cool.
doesn't end with that last room where they kind of moved around. It doesn't end there. So, but you don't know if they lead to the room or not.
No more other footprints other than the children's footprints?
From the back side, no, you don't see anyone else's. Halvic, what did you get?
Okay.
For the
Investigation.
for the room, right? I haven't rolled yet. Wait. That is a not 20 plus 7, 27.
You go in the room. You find a few journals that have been destroyed by the rain. This place has a cave-in or sort of a broken area where the water just gets in and has sort of destroyed most of the paper. But you do manage to read a few passages of the journal while Scarlet's kind of tracking footprints, and Godiva is trying to pray, trying to understand how prayer works. Reading through the books,
That's weird.
you just find the
Man's going
slightest
through some
bit-
stuff right now.
You find a few old entries that it's very hard to read, but you just kind of piece it together a little bit, and you find vague snippets of what they used to write. Something along the lines of the staff should not be left alone. Something needs to be done. The most that you gather is that she was very determined to understand the staff, and somewhere between those lines you gather she was afraid at some point. Whether it's afraid of the staff itself or what it can do, or leaving it randomly like the people suggested her to do, you're not sure. But she's afraid of it. And she's afraid of what it could do.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just gonna put the journals on my backpack.
Godiva, what did you roll for religion?
I got a 16.
Okay. From your understanding, you've been traveling around. From your understanding, temples are normally built in a certain way that varies between gods. But generally speaking, there is a place for the research area. There is a place for curious items that they've already figured out. And then there's a place for things that should not be touched. And normally that place would have things that are locked and protected in some manner. But the protection part, you would normally require some kind of mage or wizard, someone strong enough to be able to put the protections on it. Based on what's been going on here, and I'm assuming you walk around the area while you're doing this, you see an area where there's no protections and just on shelves. You're sort of guessing this is the part where they've already figured out what it does and it's not too dangerous. And then you see the part with all these broken glass and you figure this is the best protection they can afford in a place like this. And these might be the things you need to stay away from.
Okay, interesting. Is that the same place that Scarlet went to? The broken.
Yeah, Scarlet was kind of the broken glass. Scarlet was kind of looking for footprints but couldn't find any more. But both of you would be in front of that room right now with all these items kind of and shattered glass.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. I can't track the footprints past here.
Okay. I actually think it's a bad idea to touch them. Feel like all of them are cursed.
Well, you can use mage hands if you want.
And just carry it around until.
No, if you just want to
Just
touch
carry it around.
not carry it.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's actually something that I'm curious with. I'm gonna try to pull the wooden planks off the bladed object.
Okay.
I ain't
a
touching
rapier.
the bladed object, just looking at him.
Yeah. Not really a rapier. For functionally speaking, it is a rapier, but the design of it is something known as an estoc, which is looks like a long sword but really thin, designed for stabbing. So it has a cross guard. But functionally speaking, it's a rapier. It's a stabbing sword, beautifully made.
Does it?
The handle, now that you've kind of gotten rid of it, is sort of this green leather wrapping around it. It has a good grip, very well made for a grip. The cross guard is pristine as it can get without any maintenance. A little bit of polishing and you think it might be functional. The blade itself, despite everything that it has gone through, does not look like it's been damaged. Despite all this wood and water flooding and everything going through it, the blade itself is magnificent and sharp.
Does it look like it's paired with the shield that we found?
Yeah, there's
No.
a shield there, right?
No,
It's
doesn't look
weird
like
if
it
you
comes
have
as a
a
set.
shield and rapier combo. I'm just saying.
It kind of is.
That's true, that's true. But
It is
still.
weird.
An estoc
What
would
is that
look
doing
more
there?
like Alucard's sword, that thin. It's designed for stabbing.
Oh,
But instead of a
Oh.
rapier's fancy guard, it has a cross guard like a longsword. But
well, there's this.
the blade is not
What?
damaged at all, surprisingly. Pristine condition.
Should we take it?
Yeah, of course I don't
Is
know
it
the
shiny?
spelling of Estoc.
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 Whack.
I mean,
Oh.
it's part of this room. Do you really want to risk it?
This is the room that Godiva thinks is the relatively safe items.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Let's see.
it's relatively safe. And I don't know, maybe it might ring a bell to what's his face? Forgot.
Mildred.
Mildred,
Milder.
Mildred.
that's the farmer.
That's the farmer, the
Mil-
pumpkin
okay.
guy.
Mildred the
Um,
pumpkin guy.
I think it's better because it's just across the road. I mean, it's better if we can just get him here rather than risking things.
Yes, but if he's not there, who's gonna tend to his pumpkins?
Oh, it's morning.
It's more.
Yeah, he's farming.
Ah,
He's
Yeah,
farming in the
5
morning.
minutes. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Not that he has much
Okay.
left to farm.
It's just 5 pumpkins, by the way.
That's true. It's just 5 pumpkins.
Yeah, and a bunch of stabbed ones.
yeah, I
Stabbed
wonder
it.
who stabbed
wonder-
them.
Yeah, I wonder who's responsible for that.
I thought that didn't happen. Fuck.
Yeah, he was able to stab one or two before you stopped him.
Mhm.
Oh.
Not my fault. Not taking responsibility for that.
So,
Yeah,
what do you guys want to do here?
let's go to Mildred.
Yeah, let's just leave the stuff here. Because if we go outside carrying a bunch of stuff coming from here, our image would get way worse.
Fair
What
point.
image?
What
We have an
image?
image.
I mean, they still think. Stay out of this, Rolf. They still think
We don't
that
know
we didn't do the crimes.
I mean, they're already afraid of Scar anyway.
Most people are.
That's true. But
The
then
whole
it's yeah. Let's just go to him. Let's just go to Mildred.
But walk back to Mildred's house, and by the time you kind of knock, and he just kind of opens, he's sweating. Looks like he just came from the farm. His hands are full of dirt, and he's got a rake on his back. And says, "Yes, can I help? Do you need something? What?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, we are actually taking a look, trying to help with this ghost thing. Can we ask some questions if it's okay for you?
Feel free. Yes. Come in."
Thank
can
you
see
very
that
much.
He's mostly cleaned up the cabinet. He's actually bothered to put it back despite its destroyed glass. And on the back of next to the living room, you see a workshop table where there's some glass that he seems to be cutting up. He looks like he wants to repair it. And also a stack of plates that he looks like he's manually glued together.
Is it something that I can help him with?
We have mending.
If
Absolutely. Mending is way more than enough to fix a bunch of broken plates.
Oh fuck! I don't have
No need to
mending.
say we broke it. We know that.
I didn't say you broke it. I just said that mending is enough to fix broken plates.
Yeah.
Okay, I misheard you. It was the guilt.
I don't have mending. How many artificer cantrips do you know on this level?
So he sits you down, gives you some water, and says, yes, what do you need?
Yeah, because when we heard the people saying that the everyone that died are the ones that are being helped by your wife.
Melara
Yeah.
aided them. I realized that
Yeah.
earlier.
Just a curious one. We did saw her coming here inside the house. Did you see? Did you see her also?
If I did, I would not be acting right like this right now.
I
I
know,
wish I'd seen her. I haven't
When
seen
our
her.
friend, I actually just closed my eyes when we realized that it was gone. Tried to sleep it.
This village has had a history of hauntings. That's why Melara and I stayed. Spirits, visions, we never could figure it out. It was oddly silent after Melara's death. Most people blamed her. Some people say that she died to do it, to give us the peace. Regardless, it was silent, and this is the first time in 2 years that there's been any instance like this, and it's distressing to everyone.
Yeah, it's really sad. But would you have anything of her notes that I can maybe take a look? I do have some, and she's saying about a staff. I'm just gonna show her. I saw it in the temple.
The old couple staff. I don't remember what she called it, but it was a strange. It was a wooden staff that had odd carvings in it. I didn't understand what they were. On the top of it was an onyx gem, wrapped in the wood was shaped and wrapped around it like vines. She was worried about it, terrified. She found it after she helped the couple down the street. The Liaras. He helped them out.
Liaras, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the staff was under their house, and there was some sort of entity that was powered by it. She said something about it gaining a form because of the power from the staff, and that she had to do something about it. And I told her to drop it. I told her to just let it go and follow the advice of everyone, just toss it far away from here. But she didn't listen, and she kept saying about how dangerous it was and that she needed to figure it out. And months later, she got sick. Sorry, most of her notes were in the church. I did have a few things. Shortly after she died, there was a massive rainfall and a flood. destroyed a lot of the things in the church, and I didn't want to look for broken possessions, but I did. Goes over, goes to a drawer, starts opening, says, "Found some of her old notebooks. You're free to read them, but I would like them to stay here. I have very few things that still remain of my wife. I would like to keep them."
According to the notes, she does not want the staff to be left alone. Would you know where she would have?
There's a section of the temple that she built where she put these glass cases that she spent quite a bit of money enchanting, but people have gone through them. She had always warned me about how dangerous they were, and they weren't to be touched, and I didn't touch them. I couldn't bear to go into that temple myself anymore, and
Scar, would you?
should have been there. Should be there.
Can you tell?
Yeah. Sir, we kind of investigated the church, and while we do know what you're talking about, unfortunately the staff seems to be missing.
All these hauntings happening once again, and the staff missing is not. I wish I paid more attention when she was explaining this to me now.
Sir, one thing we found curious is there seems to be a lot of expensive things, rare things inside that storage, but the staff is the only one missing in the cases. What are those things?
Things in the
there's some-
cases are items that are either cursed, possessed, or some form of the two. Staff was the most dangerous.
Oh, you mean the skull?
There's a
That hand?
there's a reason people don't go to that temple. There's a reason I haven't gone back there in a while. Those items there were suppressed by Melara. She kept them from exerting influence over the people who prayed in the temple. When she died, people who go in to try and pray eventually felt some sort of uncomfortable pull, and the town collectively agreed to just let the temple be. Never go back. And I don't know what's become of them. If the staff's missing, then some people might have been stupid enough to go in and have fallen victim to it.
Children.
Teenagers. Twins.
No, we don't.
Please, the
Roslyn boys?
We don't know, but we did find footprints
The Roslyn boys.
in the area.
They're the ones I was
Around the-
hoping you would be able to catch, because I've never been able to prove that they're the ones taking my pumpkins.
Yeah,
They have a knack
Do you think-
for thrill seeking.
Trails.
I could
It was
imagine that cursed items in an abandoned temple would be very thrilling for a couple of teenagers. We should probably check it out.
Can you tell us about her parents?
Yes, the boys, Jonas and Noah, twins, their father died. Their father was dead before they ever moved into the town. They were babies when the father died. Soldier. The mother, Amelia Roslyn, she's a kind woman, but you know how difficult it might, or you might have heard of how difficult it is for a single mother with a very troublesome pair of twins. She's always apologizing, paying, and explaining for the things that her children have been doing. She's stressed, is the best way I can put it. Now with the murders, she's even more panicked than anyone else.
May I ask why?
Her children have had a few run-ins with the hauntings that had happened when Mylaela was still alive. She didn't help them directly, but she was able to fix some problems that they had involved themselves in before they even realized they were involved. A few hauntings, a few cursed items. They do have a knack for finding the worst of things. I didn't think they'd be stupid enough to go into it.
No, we
Everyone-
actually don't know that it's them, but there are footprints. But would Scar know that our footprints are teenager, 13
Scar would know that they're
Yeah.
not full adults. And they're not
Okay.
halfling and gnome footprints leave a distinct mark from actual children and young people. So she would know that these aren't full adult, some sort of short
Okay.
humanoid rather than an actual halfling or gnome.
Okay.
But there are like two different footsteps.
There are two sets of them. Among
Okay.
other things that are much older, so probably the people who went in and started praying. But they are the most recent, two sets of footprints.
Hey, what time is it?
Just before noon.
Noon. Yeah. I think
11.
Sorry, just before what?
Noon, 11-ish.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm concerned, like, before nighttime, we need to be able to talk to those kids.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
You can talk to them now.
Well, do you want guys to do that while I study the remaining notes?
Alone?
Alone?
I'll
Yeah, I'm like,
I'll
being
stay.
alone.
I'll stay with him.
Okay, the Nat 20 wonder, alright. Feel safe with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, two of you,
Yeah, let's go
Leave.
talk to some kids.
Rolf, you're seeing all of them
Wanna play
moving
good
by
cop,
way.
bad
Feel
cop?
free to jump down from the roof anytime you want. You feel like jumping down off of it.
Wait, I see them moving.
Yeah, you see them from the church, moving to Mildred's house, moving to another house that you guys haven't entered yet.
Holy shit!
If you can read
know what
lips, you would know that we're
you know what I
trash
did the
talking
whole
you.
time?
Mhm.
I took both of my hands and just went like that. Yeah.
You guys see Rolf doing
Yes,
this.
Do we see
they're
this?
making
Yes.
a movement.
Oh god, there's no difference between you and your old character.
That's true.
Except
gonna
the
look up
economic
at him.
standing.
When he jumps down, there's a bell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
When he jumps down, "Ding-ding-ding." Arnie, get the doors.
Look inside the closet!
No. I'm staying in my post. I'm staying in
Okay.
my post.
Okay,
I'm gonna have lunch there on the roof.
I'm gonna get the Rolf
Hey, can
later.
you-
by the sun.
I'm gonna get the Rolf in a
Can
bit.
you check if your mouse is still alive?
No, he'll come back if something happens.
I'm
That's
gonna get the
squashed by a
I'm gonna get the Rolf
newspaper.
later. But Scarlet and Godiva, Halvic, make an intelligence check. Investigation check to kind of read. But Halvic, keep the number for a bit. Scarlet and Godiva, you move over to
Okay.
the Roslyn home, the one pointed out to you.
Mhm.
Quaint
Mhm.
house, 2 stories, very small, very modest.
Cute.
Modest even by this village's standards, but it is a homey kind of feel. It's got a it's got a wood roof and sort of these stone made of stone and wood that's just kind of been packed together, and a wooden door.
Anything going around?
You can see out the window that there's a kind of middle-aged woman cleaning. Not middle-aged, like late 30s, cleaning.
Okay.
Well, around this time,
Alright.
that would be middle age. So,
I suppose.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
you guys knock.
Wait, before I do that, can I check if there were anything nice growing around the house? You know, like, not on their house, but like a mushroom nearby?
Make an investigation check.
Just wanted-
Someone else's house.
I mean, like, pavement or like near. Wait, 14.
Question.
Yes.
While she's doing that, can I check if there are the similar
Alright.
tracks heading towards the house?
16. 16.
Hold on.
Ang hirap pa
What
sa
year?
it's so tiny.
What you're facing here is a well-made road this kind of stone road, so they don't have footprints. But towards the house, make a survival check.
Thanks.
Godiva, you don't find mushrooms around this house.
Damn it.
You do
Okay.
find a few flowers, kind of potted plants on the windowsill.
No, that's rude. I don't want to get people's
That's
spotted
rude.
plants. I'm not sick.
Very rude.
Godiva,
that's so
Scarlet,
rude.
what did you roll?
Okay.
19.
19. Also, can you move the mic closer just a bit? Like halfway closer.
Oh, sorry.
19.
Hello.
You find disturbed foliage, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, people walk around the foliage every now and then. Because it's sort of like stone road and then grass, and then that's where the houses are. There's no like built sidewalk. You find some disturbed foliage, some smaller footprints. It's kind of hard to tell if it's the same kind of footprints that you saw in the church, because you're looking at grass versus wood and water, but there are smaller teenage-sized footprints or small guy footprints.
Okay.
Who's knocking?
I'm just gonna look at Godiva and say, I guess you do the civil thing and I do the intimidating?
Alright. Do we have anything to offer this lady? Nothing? Okay. Just gonna say
Mushroom.
hi.
Mead?
What?
Mushroom.
No, that's like fire that's fire
Not for your
mushroom.
mead.
You have the
see on
mountain
the
dew
roof.
shrooms.
No, that's mine. There's only like 3 of them. Do we have mead with us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mead. I
You
mean,
have
a single mother should
your
probably want to get
mead-
drunk every now and then.
Your mead barrel is just there. But Rolf has a good eye on, making sure no one's stealing from it.
Okay. I take like a, you know, like some
mug. Sure.
housewarming.
A
Yeah,
bottle, a
housewarming.
small
mug.
bottle.
You
I
guys,
keep calling it housewarming. I know it's not housewarming. Okay, I
Visitation.
knocked the door.
okay, you
This-
knock. The kind of 30-ish woman opens it. Yes. Can I help you?
Hello, ma'am. Yes.
Hello.
Good. Is it afternoon? Good morning.
Actually,
Right.
Morning.
We're new in town, and we wanted to know if we could have a talk with you, about the stuff that's happening around, since
Make a persuasion check
we
for me.
think you might be able to help. Sorry.
Make a
I can't
persuasion
hear
check for me.
anything. What's up?
It's under your charisma.
I'll use the yellow one.
But make a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion is for 16.
16. You just kind of look.
Yeah.
There's an discomfort on her face. That
Mhm.
strangers are knocking and asking to talk to her, but she just kind of, very well. Would you like to come in? And she opens the door.
Ah, yes, please. Thank you. Oh, and we've also brought housewarming gifts. I need to have a better name for that.
A gift.
a gift.
Yes.
Okay.
We come bearing gift. Fear not.
Just kind of,
We come in pieces.
that's it.
No.
And then,
Oh, sis.
thank you.
Yeah, it.
Hmm.
You okay,
Holy
sis?
fuck, did she need that?
Yeah.
Just let you in.
I mean, wait.
Just let you in, and then
My dad was
it's
born.
very small. It's just a living room,
Lovely
and then a
house.
kitchen,
Mhm.
and then it's a staircase heading straight up. There's nothing else. But
Alright.
you guys get in to the living room. Just she offers you some water. Sorry, this is all I have.
Thank you. No, it's fine. Thank
What
you.
did you want to ask me about?
Alright, I'm gonna lead it. Well, we've been talking to some of the. What's his name? Mildred. And we wanted to know, about your kids, how they are. What have they been up
He
to?
face palms me and says, "Did they take something
Mm.
again? Please don't tell me
Again?
they robbed you. Please don't tell me that they robbed you of all people. Please, no."
Oh,
She's looking
this is
directly
what's
at
happening.
Scarlet's sword.
Checking my pouch. I'm checking my pouch.
There's nothing stolen.
Checking if everything.
Okay,
There's
okay.
nothing.
I also
Yeah, I don't
checked
think
my
they
note. My kazoo is still with me.
Everything is accounted for.
Okay. No, we're fine. We're fine. Nothing stolen, but we want to know: are they around the house?
Yes.
Do I have more mead?
They are. No, you
We
came with
have more
one mug.
meat if you want it.
You came with one mug. You'd have to go back out to
Okay,
your.
okay.
We are offering. Like, if she wants more meat, we are selling
Yeah.
it.
An alcoholic mom
My-
with problematic
Hold
child.
on. That is a bad business practice.
You've already lost.
We're
You've
selling
already
it.
lost
I
10
did
silver.
say selling it.
It's 1 gold piece worth from the 2 meads you've offered.
Is it?
You just kind of
We're
looks
not
into
running a charity, people. We are a business.
You're not fair. You are not fair.
That
You're not-
is
You're not
No,
fair.
he's
You're not fair.
he saw us
it.
go to the place. Anyway,
She just kind
Yeah.
of looks at her, kind of face palms. Just my boys are a lot of trouble. Yes, and what did they do? What did they do now? What did they do?
well, nothing's confirmed really, but we have reason to believe that they might be connected to the unwarranted visitation in the temple, and there is an item we found missing. A staff, perhaps, if that rings a bell.
Ting 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 ting. No.
Closet.
Closet.
1 second. Just stands up in defeat, and this sort of meek, mild-mannered woman, out of nowhere, just Jonas, Noah, get your asses down here!
I miss my mom
And then there's
now.
these
Oh, Sarah, that's terrifying.
Jonas, Noah, now!
Tristan.
Just kind of screaming, and then these 2 kids. One of
I
them
hug
falls
my
down.
goose close to me. Oh god.
Your goose
I don't
hides
think
his
you can
head.
intimidate better than that.
Your goose hides its head behind your hair. Just
Wait till your goose gets puberty.
and then you see these 2 kids.
Why are you saying these things?
You'll
This is
be
disturbing.
alcoholic too.
There's 2
We can fight monsters.
2 young
Even
children
mothers we can't handle.
with blonde hair. 2 young children with blonde hair, identical, except one of them has his hair kind of combed back, and the other one has it down in sort of bangs. Think Dante and Virgil from the Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Oh,
Otherwise, they look
Crazy.
identical. You just kind of move forward.
sweet.
What do we do?
Interesting.
What?
Blonde.
Kind of points to
Hello.
Scarlet, and then they just
Just
said,
grinning maliciously at him.
"We didn't do
Hello.
anything to her."
Of
Like, she
course,
just
you
looks and
can't do anything to her even if you tried, but
You can try. We just want to talk.
You're going to answer her questions, and then we're going to have a very long discussion. But Mom, answer their questions! They just kind of move to you.
honk.
They just immediately sit down in front of you with their hands on their laps. Kind of,
Hi.
Hello. Don't worry, we're not really here for anything. We're not here to hurt you or anything like that. We just want to talk, right, Scarlet?
That's the best way to start a convo. We're not here to hurt you or anything.
In front of their
Yes,
mom.
Mother.
Look at her.
Reassuring.
Gonna hurt you.
Right. Anyway, so we hear that you guys have a knack for going around places. Wanted to know if maybe you've been on a recent adventure to go to the spooky
whatever it
temple
is, we
down
didn't do it.
there.
Well, just kind of the one with the bangs. Just whatever it is, we didn't do it.
I'm gonna lean towards him. Are you sure about that?
Make an intimidation check.
You should do the
Ooh,
fiery
he's
eyes
fucked.
thing.
Yeah, I am glowing.
You only have one
he's
rage,
fucked.
though.
No, I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna
rage. I'm
waste
just going
it
to
on-
look at him.
Don't really.
No,
They're just
I rolled really
teenagers.
high.
Okay.
22.
Oh
22?
god.
Mhm.
Okay.
He starts shaking.
19.
We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything, I swear. We didn't do anything. I mean, we stole a few pumpkins.
All right.
Just blurts out, we stole a
You
few
stole
pumpkins.
When was this?
They just know each other. 3 days ago? 2 or 3 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Before
All
we
right.
were-
Like 3 days
Okay.
ago.
Well, you're gonna have to apologize directly to Mildred for that one, okay?
Scarlet, you immediately notice, well, this guy with the bangs kind of shakes in fear. The other one's just sitting still.
What
Interesting.
about you, kiddo? Got in trouble recently?
Any fun adventures you want to share with us?
Stole some pumpkins. Like you said.
Yeah, like he said, but what do you say?
Yep.
Can you do that weird glowing thing again?
He's dismissing the question.
Let's do it again, kid.
Oh no, I'm...
Just lob my sword in front of me.
Oh my god!
Just lean towards him. So what have you been up to, huh?
Make an insight check for me.
Oof. Yeah, Scarlet is dumb, but shit, she got 5. I got a 5.
Godiva, make an insight check for me.
I'm too annoyed.
If you pass, I'm gonna message you.
That's why. I'm gonna reconnect. Hold on.
Well done. Okay. Scarlet, what did you get? Sorry, Godiva, what did you get? Godiva?
Mayor on mute.
Oh god, sorry. I'm 17. Yeah, 17.
Early legal.
Hold on.
I was on mute. Sorry.
I sent you a message on...
That's cute. Oh god, no, that's not cute.
What do you... As Scarlet kind of leans in with the sword, you just like... Stole a few pumpkins. That's pretty much it.
I'm sorry, it's still funny.
Godiva was just giggling in her seat while Scarlet's intimidating.
What's wrong, son? You don't like looking at... Is he directly looking at Scarlet?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it?
He just said that he just stole a few pumpkins.
Yeah.
Straight face.
And straight face. You know,
With
that
a
look
smirk.
on pubescent boys when they just want to look and, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
Thick
boy,
eyes
think
save
I think you're
lives.
very intimidating right now. And I think he's getting really intimidated right now, Scarlet.
Thick eyes save lives.
There's something.
I've been a very good boy. Big fire, mama.
Oh my god!
I promise.
I don't know this, right?
No, you don't. You don't
I don't
understand
know
what
any
Godiva
of
was saying.
Yeah, could I
God
do
damn
that?
it. Okay.
Jay
Okay.
is laughing, but Scarlet
are you
is dumb as shit, so I can't do anything.
What's the name of that kid?
Is he biting his lips and licking his...
The one with the
Believe
hair
me,
back
my
is
son is
Noah.
liking
Yeah.
right now.
Noah. Yeah. Okay.
I hate all of you so much.
However, Godiva does pick up on that, but he is more relaxed than, you know, angsty or horny, let's call it. He's just kind of... Think of it like he's trying to play cool.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Trying
Who's
to
trying play
impress
cool?
her. The guy who's kind of into it. He's sort of trying to impress. Or trying...
Okay.
You kind of get the sense that he's trying to impress her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna growl at
Alright.
annoyance and just gonna lean back.
Oh man, you're growling at him.
This kid
Okay,
has balls.
so-
I'll give
I
this to
tried
him.
to-
He's got balls.
I tried to ask him. Are you sure you haven't been doing anything? He's like, what, 13? Are you sure you haven't been going to any dangerous places lately, or that's all you've been doing, nabbing pumpkins in your life right now?
We just know each other. I mean, recently, yeah.
Sounds pretty. What?
Recently, yeah. I mean, we did go through the church about a month ago, but that shit's creepy.
A month ago.
So
So
you
you've been
checked all
there.
the items.
What the? No, we did. Shit, there were items?
You went inside the office, didn't you?
No, we were at the front. I mean, we took a few
Front.
scrolls. Not all of them. Took whatever we could find. The ones we understood. Had some stories on them.
Where are the scrolls right now?
You see them look at their mother. And their mother has this large wooden kind of oar. Or it looks like it should be an oar. And they just kind of look at each other. The one with the bangs, Jonas just kind of moves up, and about 2 minutes later, he just comes back with a bag of scrolls.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Look, we went in, we took some scrolls. There was a door. It was locked. We thought it'd be stupid if we, kicked the door open. And we didn't know how to pick a lock, so we just left it there. And then when we got some of these scrolls, had some cool stuff on it. Stories and everything, and went back. We did come back another day. Had a crowbar. Thought we might try it out, but I don't know, shit got weird.
What do you
Weird
mean?
and how? What
Well,
way?
someone was crying in the back, and we thought, oh shit, people, and then we left. We weren't about to get caught, so. And then every other night we tried to go back. Someone was crying, and we thought, geez, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? And then we just kept leaving until some point we just gave up because someone kept crying there. I mean, people keep saying it's abandoned. And we go back, and someone's crying, and then we leave, and.
What did she sound like? I mean,
like a crying girl?
no, I mean like old, young girl,
Happy.
some lady. No, I mean like age.
Didn't sound old. To be honest with you, I can't really tell the difference between a young girl and a regular aged girl. They sort of sound the same, kind of. So.
Is it the same
Okay.
girl every night?
Kind of. I mean, the voice doesn't. Kind of hard to tell voices with crying, but same general sound. Doesn't sound like it changed or got deeper or anything.
Okay. Are you sure that's the only thing that you've done in that temple? That was the only time you've been there.
They just load the mother again, who's replaced the oar with what looks like a large wooden pole.
Oh my
Looks
god.
like the end of a broom. And then the guy,
Terrified of the mother.
and the kids just kind of look at it.
Mom, no.
We may have
Is
broken.
that why
a
he's
few-
into Scarlet? Oh my,
Oh my god. This is like Oedipus complex right there. Oh my god.
We
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
you don't know.
That makes
My
so much
Freudian
sense.
senses
You don't
are
know.
tingling.
Godiva is the only one who knows
Freudian
this.
senses are also tingling.
Godiva is the only one who knows this.
Yeah,
But
I don't
Goose and
know
I
shit.
are in the know.
Dense as shit.
the
okay.
goose has a
We can have
look
a talk
in
then.
your eyes that just says, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid?"
Could be worse.
Um,
Okay, anyway.
the kid just kind of
Rolf
looks at
feels like
We-
missing.
We broke a few windows. Not the windows, just the locks to get in. We didn't want to go through the front door because people could see there, so we went around, went through the forest, broke the windows, walked up in.
What did you use to break the window?
Just kind of looks around the wrench, kind of put it on the handle and forced it open. The lock in the back broke, and we just pushed it in.
Sorry, Scarlet, what other stuff did you find there? You said there were children's toys?
Yeah, a bunch of them, but they're mostly untouched. Just scattered around. And I don't think
Okay.
they've been there. They did say that they were just in front.
Can
Unless
I
you're
roll
fucking
The-
lying
for,
to
like,
me.
The young
for
one,
insight, I guess?
the young one
Yeah.
with the bangs just kind of looks down. And says, there was also a mirror.
A
Ah,
mirror.
right. Weird ass
Wow.
mirror, sort of next to the altar. Was it? This mirror there. We looked at it. Tried to take it. It was kind of cool, but it was embedded into the wall, and we figured if we took it, we'd make too much sound, so we just left it alone.
Wait, where was the mirror?
Didn't
In the kind of next to
Inside.
the wall, there's an altar, and behind it,
Okay.
he says that there's a mirror sort of next to the statue that's behind the altar, embedded into the wall.
Yeah.
So he has been.
You did not
That's
find
not
any.
good.
You did not find a mirror, by the way, when all of you
Yeah.
walked in. There was no mirror in there.
Yeah, but about the footsteps, did the ones in front match the pattern of the ones in the corridor?
They match the size,
Okay.
but the
But the
ones in
continuation.
front. It's kind of hard to tell a continuation of footprints, but there was a chain. The weird. Make an insight check for me.
Okay.
Since you now have a little more information to work with.
Why am I so dumb? 8.
You're not sure if there was a chain to follow, so
I almost want to drag this kid, just like
Can we
put your
them
foot in there. Let's see if it fits.
actually? I want to do that. Like, wanted to
He's
check, like,
probably
fact
gonna
check what they
like
just said.
it.
But can
Yeah.
I roll
Can I
for
see your
insight to see
feet?
if they've been lying or something?
That's
Can I
Make
see
an
your
insight
feet?
check.
Don't ask children for their feet.
make an insight
Please.
check.
ask for their shoe.
Damn. Okay. What's this? Insight is +2. I got a 21.
Nice.
You know, the Hammond dice is lucky.
The kids are not lying.
Okay.
It's just that the guy with the spiky, while the kid with the bangs, Jonah, is more forthright, but not because the other one's lying, but because he's not so distracted. If you get what I'm telling you.
Okay. Alright, so he's basically.
It's gonna be the
okay.
death of me.
Yeah.
Close my eyes. Awake
I
and
fucking
feeling
hate all
so horny.
No.
Out of my mind.
What is that song?
Sex with you
Is he
all
singing
I
this on top
see.
of the old people?
Let's say
too?
yes.
That's a little weird.
Let's say yes. He's singing while he's looking.
I'm so done.
Okay. Yeah. So, what other detail did we miss? So, they managed to go inside the temple though,
Just the front part.
because they saw that. Yeah, just
The front part.
Yeah,
The,
okay.
the part where people mostly go.
okay. Yeah. So, they.
Wanna borrow their shoe? I'm gonna whisper this to Godiva.
What? What did you say?
Wanna borrow their shoe?
I guess we could try. Do they have a lot
You
of
can drag them
shoes?
there too. Huh?
Are you
You
asking?
got spares?
Yeah. I mean, you could ask. Okay. You know, you should probably ask that one kid who's all staring at you. I feel like he's
No.
more
It's
agreeable.
pissing me off.
No. Trust me, it's a good idea.
Pair of shoes, you got extra?
He just takes off the boot and gives it to you.
No questions asked.
Ah, so he is obedient. Good kid.
Please
gonna
order
take
me
it.
some more. Make me do more things.
I fucking hate you! I fucking hate you so much!
I cover my goose's ears,
Please
son. You
stop
don't
me,
need to hear any of this.
Do you want me to call you master?
Oh my god.
Mistress.
Mistress is the word.
No.
But yeah, he does give you a boot.
Step on me, please!
Okay.
He does give you the
Jay
boot.
talking.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, it's
Um,
definitely Jay.
Anyway,
this dense
so
as shit.
do we still have questions for them?
If we don't have any more questions, I'm just going to sheath my sword since I did pull it out. I'm just gonna sheath mine.
Oh yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Your sword
That's
can't really be
cute.
sheathed on the back. It's more like it's hooked
just
there.
the clip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hooking it there.
Can you pull it out? Then
Well,
Stop.
I'm
Stop.
gonna stop. Sorry, DM.
Stop.
I am so done with all of you. This is a 13-year-old kid.
Sheath the
Okay.
blade, sure. Then
I hate all of you. Okay, I'm just gonna
Okay,
look at them.
I re-
Just glare.
the other one
You know.
is.
Yeah.
There's a spot of brown. There's a spot of dark on his brown pants. The other one. You
I
scared
would like to
the
assume that's
piss out of
piss.
it. It is. It is. It is. You
Yeah.
scared the piss out of him.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what would be good, Scarlet? You should probably stand up and then, like, just go to their eye level.
Fine. Actually, I'm
like
gonna
that.
do that. Yeah, I'm going to
Don't
stand
do
up.
And then you
No,
kneel.
no, no, Scarlet is really pissed. This is meta because this is like a story. This is like her thing. She actually has a twin, and she has a single
Okay.
dad. So this is kind of
Personal.
personal for her. Yes, absolutely. Very much so. But I am going to just look at them, the two of them. You know, I know life isn't easy with having a single parent, but the two of you, you gotta fucking grow up at some point, you know? Stop causing trouble for your mom.
Boy wants to grow up for you, man. Trust me.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh. Why am I so good at intimidating, but I'm so stupid at learning things? That's 21.
If mistress says so.
The other guy, Noah, just kind of nods rapidly, afraid. And you can see a bit of tear in his eye. The other one,
Satisfying.
the other one just kind of looks.
You are so pretty.
I'm so done with you.
I'm more grown up than you think. And just kind of looks
Oh
away.
boy.
Imagine a
And maybe you
13-year-old
should
telling
prove
you
it
that.
and stop causing trouble
No,
for your
no,
fucking
stop.
mom, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask him
That
to
looks
prove it.
away.
Anyway, if you're as grown up as you think you are, make sure you own up to what you did to Mildred, okay? You guys need to apologize to him, admit that you stole his pumpkins, and
The mother
Don't
just
do it, man.
steps in front and then say, "Oh, we're going to apologize." And she is carrying that. She has that broom.
oh my god.
Except she removed the broom part, so it's just a pole now.
Oh my god.
Just
Oh, shit.
sick. Oh,
That
the hell?
reminds me of the tatlong ting-ting of my mother, by the way. I'm so afraid of that.
She just kind of,
Oh man.
but as she kind of steps in front of you before you finish, she actually sets it down. She opens a
Mhm.
drawer, and you see a long kind of lever strap that's used for sharpening knives. And she just
Oh.
kind of, it's fairly long. You could get a lot of torque out of that. And she folds it in half.
I see where the kid gets it. Okay.
So,
Oedipus complex.
you guys
Absolutely.
leave. As the door closes, there's a bit of silence, and then you're.
Oh, punish me some more.
That's the mom. You. Oh god. No.
That is disturbing.
So, as you guys leave, what do you do now? You do still
I
have the
got
boot.
you.
Yep.
Let's go back to the temple.
Absolutely.
While it's still daylight.
You head back to the temple. What do you do with the shoe?
I'm gonna measure it.
Try to match it up.
It does. The front part. You know where the scrolls are and everything. It matches.
Going in.
Going in. Make me a survival check.
I'm gonna ask Godiva for help.
Sure.
How do I?
Dump the door.
No,
do I
it's,
roll?
if you
Oh,
if
no.
you help her, she has advantage, meaning she can roll
Okay.
twice.
Nice.
You just have to declare that you're gonna help.
I declare that I
Got a
help.
22.
22.
19 plus.
Okay. The size of the shoe matches, kind of here.
Okay.
But kind of looking at the footprints, you realize something that's off. The moment it gets to
Mhm.
the area that's going to the door, his boot has a pattern.
Okay.
Patterns would imprint, right?
Mhm.
The dirt where his shoe would be would follow the pattern. The dirt that's leading to the doors, while matching the same general outline, lacks any form of pattern. It's like a flat boot. It
That is
matches
a
the
foot.
size exactly and the outline of the boot when you put it on, but when you take it out and you start to look at the footprints more detailed, more intently, this foot pattern is on those prints, but the moment it starts curving to this door, it is flat. Like there's no imprints, or there's no kind of lever markings on the sole of the boot anymore.
Different boot or different kid?
How many kids are in this place?
You would also
Anyway.
know that it's weird for a boot to not have any form of pattern at all, because you need that
Yeah,
for
that's
the friction, especially in anywhere really.
Yeah.
Can we check if there's a mirror, like where the mirror was?
Yeah, at least.
You kind of what you would initially think was something that was just destroyed, decrepit. Looking into it now, knowing that there was a mirror, looks like a place where you could kind of put a mirror into a wall. It looks like a carved out section, albeit destroyed a bit. But you can imagine that this was a rectangular area that used to house some form of mirror or something
No
in it.
shattered parts?
Nope.
Oof.
No signs of removal either. As in, no scratches on the wood.
Wait, was just the mirror just kind of yeeted out or something?
Well, if you remove something that's embedded into the wall, you would assume that it scratches the wood. This has no scratches. Most of the damage in the wood comes from wear and tear, but not scratching.
Hey, are there any inscriptions on the walls? Because usually if there's like a magic whatever mirror thingy, it should be labeled,
There aren't any.
or nah? Damn it.
Label.
Label.
You know, because if it's something like,
That's
because
true.
why would you steal a mirror, right? It has to be of importance. And we do have our new scrolls and stuff. We should also give that to Halvic. We took
Yeah,
the ones that.
Yeah, you took the ones that came from.
Yeah.
Right now, he's still studying. You guys want to do anything else in this area?
Do I? Did Halvic already look through the office?
He found a lot of the journals, kind of destroyed journals.
Wet. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to search again? I don't know. Maybe there's something else we missed. I
Mm,
didn't
return the
really
boat.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Although he did roll pretty high, so you have to roll higher than that to find it.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not 20.
27 total.
Damn it. No, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that.
Then,
My investigation is just like 2 or something.
nah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to find
Okay,
anything else.
Alright.
Well, I got nothing to use with this, so I'm just gonna throw it back in the house.
Which one?
The boat.
Oh,
I'm not taking it with me.
The shoe?
What? You just threw it?
No, I'm not. I told that to you, but I'm not gonna actually throw it. I just said like I'm gonna go back and just put the
Okay,
gift back.
Alright, okay. Yeah. You know the kid's into you, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. That kid, that one guy all staring, he likes that.
What the?
Big gesture. Yeah. Just good to know.
Tall women. Huh? Seen worse?
I don't think that's it, sweetie. But yeah, let's just go back.
I'm just moving away after that because she just assumed that it's the height, so she's just going back. She's dancing
Okay.
dumb.
you leave. So,
Go back and just give it.
Halvic, what did you roll?
24.
Reading through whatever journals Mildred was able to save from his wife's kind of collection, you find that there is something that she was researching about the staff that may be leading to disruptions with the arcane weave that surrounds the land that you're on. The staff seems to be corrupting the magic somehow, and it's causing these what people think are spirits or entities are actually just sort of manifestations of some form of raw emotion, or what people think were demons and possessions, that's why they were turning crazy, is sort of their repressions coming out, is her theory. So imagine imagine someone who's always angry, but can't express it because he thinks he has to be. Imagine the Hulk, right? Bruce Banner being all angry, but he can't do anything, and then out of nowhere he gains power. He transforms into the Hulk, and the Hulk starts destroying things. People would assume that thing is a demon possessing him, giving him those abilities. That is her
But
theory.
it's more
That's her lead theory. Is that
more
this
of
staff,
adrenaline and anger.
except this is magnified with magic. So her theory is that this staff is corrupting the natural magic of the land, causing people to kind of causing their repressed emotions or something inside them to be coming out in full force, sort of like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of situation. And it's being magnified with power because the staff is corrupting the magic that's feeding into their bodies.
Yeah, these are ordinary people in this continent,
Yep.
right? That she is referring.
Oh no, she's referring to this village.
Oh, for the village
This-
only were there.
She's referring to the fact that the continent is made of pure magic. But she's referring to this staff
Okay.
corrupting this village.
Village.
And she doesn't want to leave it anywhere else because she doesn't know what it might do to wherever she leaves it in. Because this thing, according to her notes, was buried way deep underground. And it was still able to influence that much. She had a special case built for it. But she had to keep exerting a bit of her magic essence into it to recharge the power. So when she died, no one's going to be recharging that anymore.
Oh. Okay. Ah. So those are the only things that I see in the notes, right?
Yep.
Would I know from the notes? Would I see from the notes? Who knows about the staff aside from the old couple, her, and her husband?
Most of the village, because they did see her help the old couple. They know there is a staff. They know it does bad things,
staff
and
is
she has
very
warned them
bad
not to do anything with certain items in her temple in the far back. So people
Oh,
know about the cursed items that she carries behind that she, for one reason or another, cannot destroy.
okay. Oh,
The reason she's
Yeah,
been keeping
mean-
on to them, according to these notes, is because she does not want them to just be out there for someone else to have the misfortune of taking.
of taking it. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it does
So,
also
yeah.
note, I forgot to mention, it does also note that the other items that were there, the other things, the skull, the children's toy, and everything else, they are cursed sort of inwards, meaning the curse
As
is
fuck.
within the item. So using it is the
Okay.
problem. It's only the staff that has an
Huh.
external effect.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, my other question is, are those items? Oh, they're cursed inside, right?
Cursed meaning it only applies if you start using it or if you actually hold
Yes.
on to it and try to use it. It's just the
Does
staff that
she
has
have-
an external effect.
Does she have anything written there that what to do with those other curse items if she
The only thing it
dies?
says is that as long as nobody uses it, they're fine. But she does not have anything written about what to do if she dies because she did not expect to die.
I know. Maybe. I mean, a will or something.
Oh no, she doesn't.
Like what we do every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm just gonna think.
At that point,
Mildred,
Scarlet and Godiva will return before you finish. Just as you finish.
just as I finish. Yeah.
Oh, I
Mildred.
got more scrolls.
Oh, I'm just gonna say really quick to Mildred. Well, I did see the two. Mildred.
Yes.
Do you know anyone who is very curious with the staff aside from her? Would like to, I mean, always inquiring about it. type of thing?
Honestly, people just avoid those things. In all honesty, people avoided her a lot because of how close she was to these items. People assumed and people knew that she was here to protect them, but she didn't want them to. People didn't want to be involved with it. was nothing against her as far as I know. It was mostly just
The
they
things
didn't.
that she,
The things that she was handling were things that they didn't want to be involved in.
you know. I mean, how does the people, I mean, what are the opinions of people about the staff being here? In the village?
Nobody wants to do anything about it. For the last 2 years, it's left us alone. We didn't do anything to it. Did nothing to us.
Just trying to determine who would be stupid enough to.
It has a strange influence. That's why people don't go up to it. Someone may have made the mistake of going closer to it. Might have been influence.
Damn it! What
Hey.
Scarlet
Scar!
and Godiva, you are there, by the way, for that.
Oh, yeah, I was about to call them. But, I mean, how's your visit?
Well, it wasn't the twins. That's one thing we ascertained. So it must be someone else, someone with small feet. I don't know. We're not really entirely sure, but we do have a bunch of scrolls for you.
Yeah.
And
spells
also,
or-
Mildred,
or
we
no?
figured out
Lord.
that the twins have stolen your pumpkins a couple of days ago, and
I knew it.
yeah. Don't worry. They're being straightened out by their mom now.
Wait,
If
you said they stole it a few days ago?
2 or 3 days.
Yeah?
So who stole them last night and caused all this damage?
Well, we're still going with the entire violent spirit thing. It's a working theory, but honestly, it's what it's been pointing out to so far.
wanna hear a funny story? From...
Is it really funny?
Well, it is funny when Rolf is telling it.
That was
Yeah, okay,
hilarious.
okay, I
Yeah, I
wanna
can't
hear
deny that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
Go on.
I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, you know the one that, I mean, blaming you that you should have just gotten a cleric, the guy. He's
Yes.
also telling us that all of the pumpkins are walking. That's why there are at least 2 that were, I mean, piercing. I mean, he tried to interrogate one pumpkin, didn't talk.
It's a
There are weird footsteps
I
thing.
told
Don't
you,
know.
that's why it's a
Don't
funny
recognize the
story.
creature.
I
That's
mean,
why it's
sir,
a
you've
funny
been married
story.
to a cleric. I'm pretty sure you know that these spirits are capable of these kinds of things. And with the staff not being fully broken, the spirit is able to manifest or have a physical form. Maybe
Okay.
they've been using the pumpkins for whatever actions they need. Straight up not having a good time right now.
So someone took the staff.
Yes, unfortunately.
Great killer pumpkins?
Well, they're able to move. They're able to take things. Maybe whatever plan that thing has to get his full form is what he's trying to do. And kill people, perhaps, for whatever gain he wants. Especially those who might have been near the temple because it's most
Someone-
likely that they're influenced by the magic. I don't know.
So is someone trying to undo all the help that my wife had done? Those 5 people I've asked around. I remember some of them. The infant. He wasn't here. It was a 2-year-old child. He wasn't here when my wife was still alive, but my wife did save the mother and her pregnancy. The others were healed by her, protected by her, or something was expelled from their bodies by her in some manner. And I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't understand
Wait.
it.
I'll just take the scroll.
Make
So
an
we're trying to
investigation
get
check.
the bottom of. Cool.
So,
Okay,
Halvic.
okay, good.
Dion,
Yes.
Oh, that's
when I
low.
gave the shoe back, are they too debilitated that I can only talk to the mother?
No, you can talk to them.
Yeah,
Because I
they're
was gonna ask
they
if they
cannot
have
walk.
friends. Fair. I was gonna ask if they have friends the same shoe size, or they have friends at the same height.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
No,
Hey,
we'll
did
talk
the
to you.
pumpkins have feet?
Viney feet,
Do you
made
guys?
of roots.
It had.
It
It
had
had
the
feet.
chicken feet that looked like kind of
The
three.
chicken.
Ah, right, chicken feet. Never mind. I was thinking it
If
might
you
be them.
believe Rolf.
If you
I
believe.
did. I was the only one who believed you.
Yeah, that's
Scarlet.
true.
You keep forgetting that fact.
Scarlet,
hmm
no one can. There aren't really many kids here. There's a few babies, some younger. No one really our size.
Can you see the sole of your shoes?
Lifts his leg to kind of show the bottom of the shoe pattern.
Hey, would you happen to know any person with patternless shoes? Is that a thing? Is that a trend in this whack village?
I
Town.
mean, with all the dirt and grass and everything, patternless shoes kind of means you slip all the time. So most people keep patterns on their shoes. The way to
Most people.
stay. I mean, we don't exactly spend our time looking at the bottom of people's
People's
shoes.
shoes.
That's true.
I'm
But
just
does
saying.
it? Do you have a shoe seller in this town?
He just kind of looks,
Shoe seller. Nice.
points
I
to
don't know.
a
Shoe vendor.
points
SM.
to a
Shoe. SM.
points to a
Shoe mart.
small house that the old man by the across the street usually sells a bunch of things, clothes, shoes, bags, whatever random things we need. He makes them, so yeah.
Hmm.
What are you doing?
Shoe.
Gives a shoe.
Kicking it again. I'm gonna go back.
Oh, beans.
Okay, you take his
I'm
shoe
gonna
again.
ask if
Are you
I'm
so
sorry.
bully?
It's in the
What did-
it's in the other kid though, the scaredy cat. I'm
What
taking the
did-
scaredy cat's shoe.
What did Rolf? Oh, sorry. What did Halvic
So
roll?
dumb.
13.
13.
7 plus 6.
You can't really read all of it, but it's mostly lore about how Castermaine was built, how the island that it is on was actually not even supposed to be there. There's been they've sort of mimicked a volcanic eruption with magic of fire and water and rapid cooling to kind of form this location, and then just kind of built from there. Give it life, give it fertile soil, which kind of explains
Nigel,
all the
mini
weird...
Big Bang Theory thing.
Yeah, which sort of builds, which sort of gives it the weird kind of flowers and fauna around. But it's mostly lore based. You do find one of the scrolls outlining a ghost mirror, but it's incomplete. It's only called a ghost mirror. It's only referred to as a ghost mirror, but you don't know. It's incomplete. It just says that it's something about echoes and
Echoes.
mimics, but that's it. Not mimic the monster, but sort of mimicry. But that's it. It doesn't really say much else. It's sort of an incomplete, destroyed kind of scroll.
Oh. Oh.
Scarlet, where did you go with the boot?
The vendor.
Okay. It is an old man who's in the middle of kind of lever works. He just kind of looks at you and just, who's there? Did you need something?
Yes. Did you happen to make shoes this size recently, or at all?
I made this one. The boys in the back about a year ago needed new shoes. Made it for them. Mom was a nice girl.
Anything else?
Now they're the only ones who kind of need that size lately. Not many children here. Not as young as them.
Any ones without pattern?
No, that's rather impractical. I don't make those.
I feel like it faded or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that would mean it's the only set of footprints that faded.
So no, nothing? Ah, shit. I
No.
have to give this back again. Go with Godiva.
So you went
Hey,
to Godiva.
Am I in the place? I just want to know if they can also sell like goose shoes. I might need it someday.
I have small shoes that can be repurposed for goose feet. Infant
Can I-
shoes.
can I-
I can
Yes.
fashion
please.
it.
It has a
You'll have to give me a day to make them.
Hey, this mission's gonna last more than a day, right? Or it's gonna last a day, right?
Probably.
Hey, if we survive, yeah, sure, yeah. I'd like to
Take out
procure.
from your on your inventory. Just take out. Call 40 silver.
Oh my god, the
You-
things
If you
Yes,
don't
you
have,
will
if you don't have,
have.
it's 4 gold. Just the equivalent.
Okay.
Just take out 4 gold.
so expensive.
Except 40 silver.
Is it? I don't understand economy.
10 of the
Okay,
lower
yeah.
is one of the
I got it.
upper. So 4 gold.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll make a pair of goose shoes. He starts measuring the duck's feet. The goose's feet. Right. He starts getting some lever works and starts cutting
Goose
it open.
ASMR.
Hmm.
He's doing a goose step.
Oh
So-
god.
While you guys are there, Rolf, upon your watch,
Finally, it's his turn.
because you have pretty good passive perception, you find a pair of shadows inside the church, kind of because of the position of the sunlight. Kind of catch a glimpse of a shadow moving in the church, moving around, and you know that your friends have already left. Rolf?
Ring the bell.
Please
I'm
don't leave the place though.
I'm not
because-
leaving my spot.
Okay.
I'm not leaving my spot. This is
Yeah,
their
but we
fault
don't
for
need
not
cell phones.
inventing long-range long-range wireless communications. This is their
You
fault.
should send your mouse. You should send your mouse.
You can just scream.
I
Try
mean,
screaming. We're still outside.
Yeah, and then alarm the ghosts like behind the place. maybe.
I'm not ringing the bell. I'm not ringing.
Okay. So you're just gonna sit there. Alright.
If I fucking ring the bell and then I try to catch them, I come back, they're dead. Fuck that.
True.
So
And
if
also,
you
you're gonna have more explaining to do again.
if
I'm
you
That's
also gonna do this. I'm gonna make, tripwires.
you're on the roof. Where are you making the tripwires?
I mean, I take the rest of the afternoon beforehand and I'm just gonna lay a bunch of wires.
Ah, right.
I
Around
mean,
outside the
literally
house?
just for tripping. Yeah, just for tripping people. 'Cause then I'm just gonna tie it so tight, so that they fall down, they fall over, in case
That's
they.
dangerous for old
This is
people.
outside the house.
Yeah, it's outside the house. It's outside the house.
He's the
Yeah,
son of
but,
a shepherd. He can do this.
Among
At
the tree
some
line and
point-
shit like that.
Then I'm gonna
That's
say,
so
but
funny,
at
though.
some point, the old man just kind of moves outside and says, I'll get some food for us, hon. Blasted
Just killed the old man.
children. Oh,
like, oh
My
fuck,
fibula.
I'm about to say an artist's name.
it's
It's
kind
really
of
bad.
my fibula. Ah, this kind of stands up. Ah, he just kind of walks. But anyway, as you sit
Strong
there,
old man though.
you do see some people. You do see those shadows kind of moving closer further into the temple, like going further in, and eventually they're out of sight from your vantage.
Around what time is this?
Yeah, what time is it?
2-ish.
I mean,
the sun's about
synchronized with our
Hi.
time.
2-ish.
Just
Past
in
two.
case,
Yeah.
is it within my arrow range?
What's your arrow range?
Just
60? 180?
180, I think. Hold on.
What's the?
Double check.
There's two numbers there. One of them is the non-disadvantaged range.
Yeah, it's 320.
320.
The maximum is 320.
It's
80
within
over 320.
80 is your no disadvantage. It is within the 320 range, but you'll have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay, just in case.
Okay.
I line up my bow just.
Oh, you're not attacking.
But-
You're just kind of holding it.
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Okay.
Just-
You hold it at where any possible entrances is, but nothing does come out of it.
Okay.
How come all the suspicious things happens to Rolf?
Because he's the one who's actively just sitting there
The one who's
watching.
acting-
Alone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because he's alone watching for things to happen while you guys are roaming around.
Yeah, that's true.
Rolf, about 5, 10, 15 minutes pass and nothing.
No. No, this town cannot
Right?
fool Rolf.
This is
Rolf
how this happens.
leaves, they
Hold on.
die.
Rolf, this is what happens when the first time Scarlet, Godiva, and Halvic leave. Now you see them walking
Okay.
back
That time.
into the church. They're staying there. You see them walk back into the church.
Yeah.
Minutes pass. You see their shadows moving about. You see them pass the window. And then they leave again.
Oh my god.
And then you find shadows again inside the church that are just moving about.
Oh man.
And then going back
That's
in.
so sus.
We need to
So-
buy that 2,500 communication thing.
Okay. Okay. It seems like Rolf cannot do anything at this point.
Except suffer, knowing
Rolf-
all this
Rolf
knowledge.
could wait later and tell them, or B, avoid being called insane and not say anything.
Your mouse is
Maybe
already
he
there,
already
back to
thinks
your
you
side,
are.
and you just. The mouse is
Did he
just telling
suffer
you
any
no.
injuries?
No. He's fast. The mouse is just
Good.
kind of saying, when you kind of contemplate that, the mouse just shakes his head if you don't say anything.
Rolf agrees. Okay. Rolf agrees.
Kind of sit.
Okay.
He also just kind of nods at you, saying that nothing's happening in the house.
Okay.
Alright. Keep a watchful eye, Edward. Who knows when wolves might come back?
He sneaks back in. And then you just hear the shriek "Ah!" again. As he goes back into the crack.
Terrorizing old women.
So,
I love how Rolf is
some
always the horror at some point.
at some point, you guys will eventually gather unless Rolf does not leave the roof until the night ends.
Rolf.
Well, we did
We
give
can
him a
just gather
job.
on the roof with Rolf.
By the way,
Or you can
one,
sit on the
one thing
roof as well.
I'm
Sorry?
one thing I miss about the old people is what did Mylaela help them with? Are they sick or something?
Healing,
were-
removing possessions, removing enchantments.
Mhm.
I mean, exactly on the old people.
Oh, and the old people.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
that.
the staff was buried there, and there was an entity that kind of stabbed the woman, gave her
Oh,
this huge
that's
scar.
stabbing.
She
Okay.
took care of the demon and the entity that was there, and took the staff.
Oh, that's the stabbing. Okay. I think Okay. Okay, so what happens? Are we in
Well-
Mildred's
Meet up with
house?
Rolf?
You guys are gonna go up to
Gather
the
around
roof with Rolf.
Okay, I fly.
Mhm.
Just to
Climbing up.
flex.
I'm on.
Just a reminder: you have horns and you have black feathered wings in a town, in a
Yes.
village full of people who are already afraid of ghosts.
Well, what
It's
are
like
they
that in
gonna do?
Berserk.
No, they're gonna
There's a
shoot you down. By
guy
the way.
with a hunting crossbow that's just gonna point.
And just climbing.
Okay, so you guys
I'll
are on the
take
roof.
my chance with the aesthetic.
You guys are on the roof.
Don't even know how to climb, but yeah.
Good
Okay.
dive.
So,
There's a,
Rolf,
I
there's
can
a
float.
sort of
How
step.
was
You can just-
today?
I mean, Godiva should carry me.
Yeah, I would.
No, but
I would.
Carry me.
You know how snipers are, right? They got jars of piss right beside them.
Oh
But they
my
never-
god! No, don't let us know. Just throw it before we get there, please. You would see us coming. Leave
Yeah.
it alone. Why are you like this?
He's been there all day. without bathroom breaks.
You gotta admire his dedication.
I mean,
Please throw that
I'm
away.
proud of you for securing your spot, but also we talked about manners. Okay?
I mean, there's some drainage. I mean, rain drainage type
Yeah,
of
but
thing.
if he
You
turns his
couldn't
back,
pour
someone
piss
dies.
on top of someone's
smell
roof.
like piss. It's gonna
Yeah,
smell
that's
like
true.
piss.
So,
Aw,
you guys
just
on the
get rid
roof.
of it.
What do you talk about?
Anyway.
Rolf saw nothing suspicious the whole day.
Deception check.
Deception.
Rolf
Percept-
deception.
insight check.
Rolf deception. The three of you insight.
Insight check.
Okay.
Nothing weird.
Oh,
That one.
nat 20. So you
Total.
know.
70. Yeah, okay.
Total.
I can't
Oh my
read a
god,
nat
not 20.
That's a
No, what's the
17
total?
for me.
Oh,
Sight, right?
so it's only
I
Scarlet?
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
I can't beat a
22.
nat 20.
Okay,
I rolled a 17
Then
plus
it's
4,
only
that
s-
is a...
let me
22.
roll for my Layla. Nope. It is Scarlet and Godiva. You feel like Rolf is not saying something.
Does the goose know too? You actually checked.
The goose got a 20.
Ayo.
The
Anyway.
goose is just looking at you.
The,
Honk.
the goose beat 2 sentient beings?
Yep.
Yeah.
That one.
Mhm. The
Anyway.
smartest one in the room as well. In that
He's
one.
actually
Looking
very
at Rolf.
sentient.
Oh
He's
my
very wise.
God.
Anyway, Rolf, is there something you're not telling us? Anything spooky?
Rolf.
You promised you'd
Son.
watch out for us.
Okay,
You
fine.
just did.
That was easy.
That was
No,
easy.
okay, no, fine. Rolf declares this place no judgment zone. Like,
Okay.
make a barrier.
Okay.
No judgment shall be
No
had from this
circle with a
point.
chalk.
No one's
Okay.
judging you. Wait, later, just
Honk.
answer.
No judgment. Okay.
Honk.
Okay. As you three. Oh wait, no,
Mhm.
4. 4, 5, including the goose.
Thank you.
As you 5 exited the abandoned chapel, shadows started moving in and out.
Not out.
Strangely.
Not out. Just moving around inside.
Oh my
moving
God.
around
around the area. Shadows, two. I saw 2, right?
You saw two
Yeah.
when they already left. When they went back in and
Okay.
then left, there were more. Kind of 3 more. 4.
Yeah,
Is there a
that's
shape?
what I say.
He can't tell. He can
Was
only
there
see the
time
shadow.
is-
But
No,
human size.
no, just
Human shape.
Just
Shadows.
shadows.
Human shaped
Okay,
shadows.
okay.
By the way, when we're talking, what time is it?
Right now.
For context,
Right.
right now.
Right
What
now
time
it's
is
about
it
5.
right now?
Okay,
Right
okay.
now.
We have an hour
Before
Now,
sundown.
before
if
spooky
we follow
time.
the clues of everything that's happened so far, it would seem
want
that
to sleep.
they are targeting the people that the old cleric helped. So that means the nice
That's
old
true.
couple downstairs are in absolute danger. So,
Thank you for protecting them.
taking it into the context, if Rolf went into that weird chapel again, I know Rolf would probably come back and they'd be dead. So, Rolf couldn't take the chance. Second, Rolf has noticed that there is always a pattern between us and weird islands made of magic.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to the most magical place in the continent.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Enchantment.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Oh man, didn't
Watch us
roll.
get sued.
Okay.
My Balls of Fury was so underrated. So yeah, Rolf is going to stay here the whole night and protect the couple.
That seems
Sure,
fair.
you can go another night without sleep.
Well, he was
You
the one who
wish-
slept, remember?
No, I
We were all
slept
too upset.
properly the other night, remember? Because at some point, I just gave up.
Good to see that
I
you're
don't
not
think he
giving
was
up.
the most motivated at first. I mean, at some point, because he actually caught a trail, he had a clue. He stabbed the dude, stabbed with an arrow, but here we
Stab the
are.
pumpkin.
Anyway,
Anybody
Yeah.
who wishes to join Rolf in protecting lives, there are several empty jars there. You know what to do just in case. Okay, now interrupt not Rolf.
Rolf,
guys want to sleep?
make a perception check, Rolf.
Um,
This needs to beat your passive perception.
I need to do another con to get
Ooh.
exhausted, right?
You need to make another con, or you can take shit
Really?
and
We're not-
sleeping.
17
I could sleep right now,
plus
right?
7.
I tried to sleep.
That is a
Wait until shift.
24.
24. Rolf. You swear towards that chapel there are still some things moving about.
Damn it!
It's not so much shadow anymore because there's lack of light, but the small light that does get in through the window seems to very passively kind of get blocked by darkness, like something moved across to block the light, and then as it moves, the light comes back in.
Why can't we
Okay,
have a
okay.
Christmas episode instead?
I'm gonna inform them.
It's October.
Tell them. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
October.
Heads up, movement in
Yes.
chapel. Rolf sees.
Do we see it?
Who
Make a
wants
perception
to
check.
go there? Can we try? Oh wait,
Oh,
are we already
Eh.
trying to sleep or no?
at 20.
Not.
I mean,
one.
wait.
Eight,
Let me
right,
check my
please.
perception.
That's
Okay.
fine. You only need an
No,
18.
it's just
Halvic
Okay,
does see
22.
Nope.
the same kind of movement. It's not so much movement as it is the light is coming in. If it is the beam of light, there's something that blocks it for momentarily, and then the light comes back in.
beans.
Oh fuck! Did I get goosebumps
But
or it's up to
You
me?
know that when someone, when you
goosebumps.
know that when light hits something, it would be illuminated. But instead of getting illuminated, it looks
Yeah.
like it just gets swallowed in darkness, and then the light goes back.
Okay, that's kind of scary. Now we're dealing with the void.
Mm-hmm.
This could be the
Goosebumps is
setup
up to
of a
you.
trap.
Yeah. Oh,
This could be the setup
Goosebumps.
of a trap. Rolf is staying here hidden.
Yeah,
stealth
we
check.
should not break up the entire
Okay, rolling
party.
stealth.
So we're sleeping in someone
17
else's room.
plus 8.
You,
I
as
mean,
they
if
all
you-
get distracted by the shade, you realize, where'd Rolf go?
oh fuck!
Did you see him?
Did he bail?
No.
Can't see him. Dang
Huh.
it!
Roll. Maybe
Why
when
does
he's
he?
playing.
I mean,
Should we be
by
concerned?
the way, I'm meta leveler. Just trying to be Batman thing.
That's true.
it
Very
makes
true.
sense.
Look!
The human.
That's very true. Though.
Everyone else got these spooky
So,
stuff going on.
What do you guys want
Just
to do
Ralph.
for the night?
Do you
I
guys
want
want to
to
check that
sleep.
place out? Because I think this is the only time that it's only gonna be available at nighttime. Or do we want to rest up first
Wait.
and then check it out tomorrow night?
You can
Wait,
take
I
shifts.
don't mind checking.
The thing
Sleeping in
is-
shifts is also viable.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
The thing is, we need to. I mean, there is crying, right? In the
Yeah,
temple.
that's
You
right.
never heard
Night?
him.
At
We can
night,
check
right?
it out.
That's what the kid said. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
kids said they were crying at night.
Okay.
Would we want to check it out and then some of us would stay here? You know, to protect the
No.
old. No.
I wanna knock at Mildred's door and say, "Can I sleep there?"
Well, you can.
That ass.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
In the House of the Haunted Pumpkins, Mylaela says.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's inside. But no. Fuck.
Mylaela and I can check the chapel one more time before we go to sleep.
I'll go with you.
I'll be
Stay
in the
with Rolf?
carriage.
Alone?
No, I won't.
The carriage is
Don't
exposed
leave
on the
Rolf
outside.
alone.
Cannot even see Rolf.
The carriage is outside, by the way.
Outside the temple.
No, outside
just park.
outside Mildred's place. You kind of just put it in the side there.
Yeah, I'll just be on the carriage looking at them going into the temple.
Okay. So, you go down, move through. Three of you enter through the chapel. There's nothing there. Empty.
Mm. Hey demons, it's me, ya boy. Do I sense anything?
Come on, you motherfucking shadows, just show up. I'm just gonna walk around.
Nothing there.
Or at least
Well,
For
don't
the
see
second,
shit.
it's silent,
I'm gonna go to
and
sleep.
then echoes. Because
I mean,
of
I'm
the echo,
scared
you
and
can't
mad,
really hear where it
I shouldn't.
Can we locate what's the sound?
It's echoing all over, like something's rapid tapping on stone or wood.
Like a rat tapping, or like a thing moving.
If you put a high-powered microphone on a spider's legs as it was rapidly moving around, this is what the sound would be.
Oh, I hate that sound. Thanks.
That's
Why?
true.
Do I see
By the
them
way, I left
enter
my
the
goat there.
chapel?
You see them
Mhm.
enter the
From
chapel,
my
yes.
Did.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Yeah.
I'm drawing my sword.
Okay.
Are we inside?
Yeah, the three of you. The three
Okay,
girls.
okay.
3 women.
You see shadows.
You
You see two shadows walk in through the window, through the open door.
Okay.
Produce flame.
They have already gone
Waiting
in.
for the shadow again.
They're
Oh, wait,
gone?
they went in?
They went into that door, the one that leads to the hallway in the back.
Are we dead ass gonna go in? Do we hear
Oh, we're not
anything
gonna
else?
solve-
Do we hear anything else?
Not from the entrance.
Okay, whack. I guess we're gonna have to go inside, huh?
I mean, we're not gonna solve anything if we keep, figuring out.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
You walk in.
Like proper horror movie protagonists, the 3 of us will go
Walking
where
towards
the scary
the
shit
noise.
is. Hey yo!
Yeah,
As
that's
you
right.
move in quietly,
Oh, God, we're gonna die.
you begin to hear.
Who's a virgin?
Am I gonna be sacrificed?
No, the virgin's usually the one who lives.
The virgin is the
the
the soul
virgin
survivor.
Oh, God.
Yep.
The final
Nice,
girl.
nice.
Who's a virgin?
You can hear the
Final
crying.
girl.
Just
Well, there's the crying.
Oh, you can hear the crying.
and looking in. Remember, it's a straight hallway. There is a silhouetted woman with tears facing the broken glass. So the back is to you guys.
Does it
Sorry,
resemble
it's
the cleric?
super loud right now. I can't hear anything.
This is what?
Does it resemble the cleric?
It's a silhouetted figure, so you don't know. But it is a woman. It's got it has long hair. Cry. The sound is definitely coming from there.
Ah, fuck this. I'm gonna go.
You go in, rushing.
I'm going
Walking.
forward.
Okay.
Not rushing, I'm just like walking.
You move forward.
towards the
Godiva, what do you do?
Sorry.
Sword still drawn.
Okay, the dogs are gone. She
There's a-
went in, right? That's what I
Yes.
did. I hear that right?
Yes.
Mhm.
You see a silhouette.
There's
What
a
do you
silhouette of a
do?
woman crying with her back turned to you, and sort of just walked right in.
Nobody
Okay.
do sexy stuff.
Yeah. Scar just
Okay.
had it and just gonna approach it without precautions.
Mylaela's just wait, and then she just
Well,
goes
I'm
in
not
panic.
gonna let her. It's a bad
blonde?
idea. They're both going there, so I'm gonna go there, but looking back sometimes and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause
Three of
thinking
you
if I
walked in.
should yeet.
Looking back in a
Yeah,
horror
I just-
movie.
The three of you walk in.
You actually
The
do
first
that.
thing,
Yeah.
Godiva, you look back. The hallway is just long darkness, and there's no door
Hey, I can
inside.
see the dark though,
No, no,
right?
Oh,
that's my
we're
point.
fucked.
You can't see
Okay.
anything in that darkness, and there's no door. Godiva,
I don't
you
understand
front
the
forward.
concept of dark.
You look forward.
We fucked up.
Godiva, you look forward, and you don't see Scarlet's bright hair or Mylaela's kind of shining elven armor. You see
I
an
alone
extended
again?
hallway,
You
and
guys
you are
leave me
alone.
again.
Scarlet, you move forward.
Yeah.
As you keep moving
I'm still
forward,
angry, so
Yeah.
I am just
Typically
you-
touch
Vision.
everything to make them light up.
yeah, it's lighting up, and then as the light gets consumed back, the dark. You're alone.
Hey, that's
Oh,
not
we're
cool.
Scarlet,
That's
as you're
good.
moving forward, you start to realize something. You've been moving
Rolf,
forward
take care of my
at an
son.
angry pace. You
I
have
see
him.
the wind.
He's
Mhm.
right next to you.
Wait,
You
what?
move. The goose is right next to Godiva. You never said you left him there.
I said I did.
Oh, you did? When did you
Nung when you told us that if we're gonna go inside, I said that I left my goose there.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you left your goose with Rolf. So
Yeah.
Scarlet, as you're
Oh,
moving
wait,
forward,
What?
I drove?
the goose is with
Oh,
Rolf.
fuck!
Could
Oh,
be worse,
fuck!
really.
That's worse.
No!
That's
No!
worse.
You made my job harder! No!
No responsibility. 2 old people or a goose.
I meant like just in the roof and stuff.
Yeah, with Rolf.
2 old people or a goose.
Oh my
He's
god!
not in the roof
It's
anymore.
a hard
Already
choice.
disappeared.
Hold on. Godiva, moving forward. It's an endless corridor. The reason you can't see past the darkness is because your dark vision goes up to 60 feet. That corridor is longer than 60
Yeah.
feet. Extensively. And it's just wooden walls left and right. And there's nothing else.
That does not sound normal.
You can move forward, you can move backward, but both of them are engulfed in darkness as an elongated hallway. Scarlet, as you
I
move
move-
forward, you begin to realize you've been walking angrily at this pace for 5 minutes, and you have not gotten any closer to the end of the door. You've just kept walking forward, but it seems to be moving away from you.
We gone doofed up.
Is there something I can grab? Anything at all?
You look around.
Plank, piece of wood,
You have to look around.
broken.
There are some wood loose, but as soon as you take your eyes off, dark hallway and nothing in front.
Can I grab the plank, the wood?
Not there anymore.
Oh,
It's just a
it
wooden
doesn't sound
wall.
right.
Bitch!
You,
Dropping
you
the
look.
I'm
wood.
gonna throw it in front.
Darkness engulfs it.
Godiva!
You turn around. Mylaela and Godiva are not there, and there's no door behind you. Both front and back, eternal darkness in the hallway.
Oh,
Hey, am I
fuck.
gonna die again? Am I gonna...
Because
Is that it?
I'm
Is this what
I'm
it means?
sleepy. I'm gonna sleep.
Because I'm... Oh god, okay. I've been trying to move forward, trying to say their names out. Do
Yeah.
I
Keep
hear any
shooting
response, any echo?
You
None?
can kind of scream Scarlet, and then you hear an echo from the darkness. Your voice. Scarlet! Scarlet! Yelling back. And from you, Scarlet, when you start screaming for Godiva, you hear in the same tone and anger
Throw
your
flames.
voice.
Hey, isn't anyone saying Mylaela?
Yeah, this is someone saying it, but you do hear it.
My Layla
Yeah.
is screaming my Layla.
So yeah, you do hear them, and they are.
Yeah.
You hear echoes of yourself back. Scarlet in front of you, and Godiva too, for the purposes of for brevity's sake. Both of you see something walking towards you.
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
Throwing my sword.
You draw your sword, it also draws something similar. And now you start to realize it's mimicking your exact movements.
That's so rude.
And as it gets in front
Oh,
of you,
motherfucker.
you see shadow. A shadowed version of you. Imagine you as a silhouette in pure darkness. That is what it looks like, even your sword.
Oh, I
I'm
missed
cutting it.
Legend of
Yeah, what?
Zelda 2.
Cutting it.
Kiss it! Kiss
Shadow
it!
Link.
Kiss
Make
it!
an attack roll.
Kiss it!
Not kissing it. Oh.
Maybe love is the answer.
Yo, dead ass.
all
Dead
the
ass, I'm
I'm
time.
gonna
too
do
angry,
that.
too angry to love shit. 18.
I'm gonna dead ass
Okay,
do that
18?
though.
Make a damage
I'm
roll.
gonna sing myself. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna end up killing myself, aren't I? Oof. 11. I'm dead, aren't
11?
I? Just gonna
The shadow version kind of goes through you, doesn't hurt you, but you realize something was about to go through you. And you didn't have the time to kind of react because you attacked. You cut the shadow, falls to the ground. And the exact moment it falls to the ground, just the moment you blink, That's your brother bleeding out on the floor.
What?
Sir,
What?
sir, I'm just gonna grab him immediately after that. Fuck!
No.
Fuck,
We're not bringing loved ones.
He's
No.
bleeding on the
No.
floor.
Fuck this. Fuck. Medicine check, please. Anything.
Make a medicine. You're not trained, are you?
No. Fuck.
Oh.
Can I check his wound at least? If it's.
Make an investigation check.
Should I cauterize this? I don't know how it works. I don't know how medicine works.
You have potion?
Yeah, I have a potion. Wait, no. No, I don't.
Investigation check.
Investigation. That's 6.
6.
Come on, Scar.
It's a
6.
large, gaping, great sword wound.
Oh, fuck.
Sorrel. I'm just going to wake him.
Why?
I'm sorry. What are you doing here?
Suddenly, you are alone in the darkness. No floor, no wood, no light. As his body is
Is he
limp
still-
in front of you. And then he gets slowly. You see these sort of dark tendrils wrap around his corpse.
I'll grab him
Hold.
immediately. I'll just pull him onto me.
You cannot touch onto the tendrils. You can grab onto him, but they pull
Yeah,
harder.
I'm grabbing him.
Make an athletics roll.
I'm going to pull him to me. Fuck. Athletics. 16.
You pull and you don't give.
Can I burn the
The
tendrils while I'm
You
grabbing
might
onto him?
burn him.
No,
You
I'm
can-
just burning it. Like I'm holding onto him and I'm burning the one on the ground.
Can.
Yeah, I'm burning it.
The fire spreads to his body. And now the
Wait,
tendrils are on fire.
No. I'll put it out.
The panic and all of that
He's resistance.
releases your grip. Because you only have one hand, which weakens your grip. He gets... and the darkness consumes him. Meanwhile, Godiva.
Sleeping.
Don't do this to me.
there is a shadow in front of you of yourself,
Okay.
mimicking your every movement. Bear in mind, you have no idea what just happened to Scarlet. There is just a shadowed kind
Okay.
of clone of you.
I try to talk to it, like, hello?
Oh, no, kiss it.
As you talk to it, it
No,
actually
kiss
mimics
it.
the sound. Hello?
Oh,
Oh.
we entered a mirror,
It's
didn't we?
actually kind of echoing, meaning it's doing it exactly this at the same time you are.
Okay. I try to... Deadass, this is a bad idea, but this is what I would do. I'm gonna approach it.
It moves closer to you as well. It's mimicking your movements in a mirrored fashion.
Okay. And once it's like really close, I just really look at it and then try to touch it. Oh, wait. It can copy what I'm doing, right?
Mhm.
Before I touch it. Take out my kazoo and then I try to play. I'm gonna see if it can play as well.
It's playing.
It's playing too? Okay, so we basically try to play like a bunch of songs, the ones that I like, and then
Start
just try
playing.
to see if it's really doing it and stuff. I
It
even
is.
have like a triangle.
There's an
Like-
your
Tagalog
sound
please.
is echoing with it.
This is so weird. And
Mm.
I try to like see, look at its eyes. Is it really looking like me?
It doesn't have any eyes. It's just sort of
Is it shadow?
it's all shadow, so it's
Shadow.
all kind of Vanta blackish with with carved facial features.
I should have been scared the entire time, huh? I should've-
You really should.
no, but it's funny because he was playing with me. Okay,
And
so
then,
yeah, clearly
as you guys
Yeah.
as you guys keep playing, it starts to take a form.
oh,
The shadows become less black and more silver, armored,
Oh. No.
shield, sheathed blade, blonde hair kind of combed back, figure of a very familiar paladin.
Does he say anything?
He extends his hand like he hasn't seen you in a while. Good day. And these shadowed things grab onto his body. He's reaching
Wait,
out.
no.
Help me!
Okay.
And they
Okay,
just
try to help him. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
make an athletics roll.
I just. Okay. Not one. Not
You
one.
grab onto his hand and it slips out of your grip as he gets dragged away from you.
Is it? Can I try to? I don't know. I just Okay, at this point, since I'm panicking, I just blindly attack it like whatever.
He's being dragged. Shadow. You can. It's fine. You can make a few attack rolls at it.
And fly towards it. This is
Yes.
weird. This is supposed to be a small temple, but I'm flying inside a hallway.
Yeah, you realize you're not in the hallway anymore. This is just dark space around you. There's a ground you can feel,
Shit, we're
but you
inside the mirror.
fly through. He's being dragged
Yeah.
close into darkness, and you just kind of fly after him. You just
I get
fly
to
after him. You don't know what
The
happens.
entire time.
You're just flying after him. And then at
Okay.
some point, you see him getting dragged, but your left and right, two other familiar people are getting dragged away as well. All reaching out.
No,
for
no,
you.
no. They're not.
North,
Familiar.
northwest, northeast, and you know exactly who these people are getting dragged away. There's 3 directions for you to choose from.
Okay, who's the nearest?
Equidistant, being dragged away.
Well, it's much faster if I go straight, so I just go straight.
Flying through the paladin you saw. You have vision of him. Keep chasing after him.
He's not. He's not real.
Fly after him regardless. Eventually, both you, him, and whatever's pulling him get sucked into the void, and it is just darkness here. Scarlet,
Mhm.
holding on to what is essentially blood. Your vision eventually just kind of turns back into a scene of home. Except
Dad?
it's a rainy day. Your father is looking down on something in the ground, and there are people gathered everywhere. As you move closer, there is a coffin being lowered. And your brother's name on the tombstone.
Oh.
In unison, all of them look up. Everyone around look up and look at you. Every face of that village. And in unison, echoing, "Why?
Do it.
Why?" Scarlet, the runes around your body light up. And your hair, instead of just being this sort of vibrant red flame, lights into actual fire. Your hands begin to flame. And almost on instinct, your hands just kind of raise up without your control. And in an instant as you blink, people left and right are burning into ash and flame.
Can I? Fuck, can I try to run away? Fuck, my dad.
You
My
can
dad.
run.
My dad.
On fire. What was your childhood home? You hear just a voice echoing, "Destroy." As a field of green and trees begin to burn apart.
No, no. This isn't real.
As the flames come out of your hand, you still have blood on them. Destroy.
No.
And just as you look down and you see the ground begin to turn into this dead grass color and slowly tilt your head up, a burnt down ashen village
I'm
surrounds the
running
place.
away.
You run and you run and you keep running until eventually you end in total darkness, where there is nothing in front of you. That's where we're ending tonight.
Oh, fuck. I love how you became the human torch.
I am a human.
Damn. And I
Yeah.
know a snippet of what's happening to my goose son and my adopted raccoon son.
You don't know what's happening to
Like
anyone.
You don't know.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
Halvic
I
just
don't
fell. Halvic just fell asleep. Oh, it was so fun.
Now!
We just wanted to hear the crying. I didn't want to be attacked like
I'm
this.
so sleepy. I hope they're alright.
I'm gonna kill
Oh.
you,
If
Halvic. I'm gonna
morning
kill
comes
you.
and they don't come back, I'm taking the cart to somewhere else.
I'm on the cart at least. Oh.
Hey, my
Some-
goose son is still a partner of that venture. He has rights to
Some-
it.
Somewhere sunny, somewhere
Halvic can have my
tropical,
share.
somewhere not haunted.
And start selling meat.
You should go back to your own village, man. That's what I would do. Oh wait, my place was destroyed.
No.
Never mind.
So,
I hate all of you.
good night.
By the way,
To
Nigel,
everyone
you're gonna
watching.
tell.
Oh wait, it's not. Oh,
Yeah, we were just
Oh, I
about to
thought we
end,
were-
but yeah, good night
Oh,
to everyone
I'm
watching.
sorry.
Good luck, Heloise, on your exams. We hope you pass.
Good luck.
If you do not,
Thanks.
we'll send some Fs in the chat or something. I'm sure you will.
Oh,
No.
Good
oh.
Good luck.
evening,
Good luck.
everyone, and see you next week to see what happens to
Yeah.
these
Cursed.
people who went inside total darkness.
You
Bye.
This
didn't
is why
cry.
we shouldn't
Yeah.
follow crying noises in a horror movie.